Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in EGG Network. Yes, EGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining EGG Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So, that's where I stopped EGG and I started working in IRL. Currently, I am in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer, as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends, but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift. Victory! Yes!
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on birthday party options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends.
Because everyone has different idea. Who knows? You might get some idea, right? Never stop learning. Keep on learning because people will evolve. Want to know more? Join us at
Welcome to Wild Rift. Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Here we go.
Are we live? Are we live? Are we good? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here at IRL Asia, bringing you the Challenger Odyssey, featuring League of Legends Wild Rift. My name is Victorkaxx. Joining me here again is Leoric, PH. And Leoric, how are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, I'm still having what do you call it? Hangover with the action last night. Last night was action packed. We are going to be continuing this evening, so it's not going to be there's no time to rest. We will see action after action. It's not going to stop tonight neither. Tomorrow, the next coming days, we are still going to see so much, man.
Yeah, so yesterday, if you guys didn't join us, we saw Secret Empire win
True.
yesterday's edition of the Challenger Odyssey. Today, we might just have someone new in the mix because, again, just like the previous Challenger Odyssey, we're running with 32 teams. We're going to be running a single elimination bracket, best of ones all the way until the grand finals, which will be a best of 3. So what are these teams playing for? Well, they're playing for a prize pool of 172 ringgit. Which, Leoric, by the way, how much is that in pesos?
That's around 2,000 pesos, man.
2,000 pesos.
Yeah, every night that's already very big. So that's something.
I mean, like, if I can get like a 5-win streak and win like 2,000 pesos on the way, like, might as well, right?
All right, true, man.
Yeah.
True, man.
So first prize will of course be 88 ringgit. Second prize will be receive 18 ringgit each. So that is the breakdown for our prize pool here today. And just want to remind you guys that this event is organized by IRL Asia. We do this in partnership with Homie, and it is also sponsored by Inch Theory and co-sponsored by Feng Ta and PayX. So today we're going to be seeing the first match here. It's going to be between Synergy and Yappy. Are these teams familiar for you, Leoric?
Synergy, yes. I have some friends right there, even right. In my own channel, I do programs that pit teams versus teams. I've gotten close with these people already. Synergy is a very familiar name for me, so I hope the best for them tonight, man.
Right. So, will we be able to see the brackets for this tournament yet? Not quite yet, though. But so, yeah, in any case, Synergy versus Yappy, this is going to be for round number 1 here. Today we're going to be having, I think, 5 total rounds going to be streamed on this channel here. Which, speaking of which, if you are watching us on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, might as well go ahead and give us a follow on those pages, because if you want to see some Wild Rift action, and also especially for those of you who are watching your own friends competing in this, it might be worth it to kind of like give a follow to our pages here so that you can stay notified whenever we get new Wild Rift tournaments in like this, or perhaps if you are a player of some of our other games here like Mobile Legends Bang Bang or PUBG Mobile or Valorant, you can stay notified when registrations for the tournaments do come up. So let's go ahead and check out the brackets here, and let's see if we can find some more familiar names here.
Synergy Ampere, pretty familiar names. Caballero, I don't wanna cry. What teams are familiar for you here?
I mean, aside from those that we've seen from yesterday, like
Right.
I think for the most part it was I Wanna Cry, and of course Secret Empire, who are right now at the bottom right of your screen there. They are the winners for yesterday's edition of the Challenger Series, but I think there's a really huge representation of Philippines teams in this bracket here.
Yeah, so many Filipino teams right now, man. I already have the what do you call this? These teams are the favorites right now. Do you want me to spoil? You want to ask me which teams I think are gonna go up here or no?
I can see one big name inside there, Execration.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
That's technically one of the favorites right now. But Phoenix is not a joke also, so that is gonna be a fight I want to watch. Execration versus Phoenix, but I don't know if we can see them this fight right now. But let's see who will win that one. That's gonna be a good fight.
That should be a good one, but unfortunately though, we are going to be watching Synergy Thunder versus Yappy and Friends. So,
Still very good teams. I haven't seen Yappy yet, those, but Synergy, expect Thunder from them.
I mean, it seems like they are quite serious in this tournament. They've fielded like 3 teams I see representing Synergy. We've got Synergy eSports, Empire, and Thunder. So I assume eSports is the main Synergy team?
It's their organization name.
Okay.
Synergy is basically the organization name. They have sub-teams under them. So I think the main is Synergy eSports, but the other teams are very strong also.
So that's pretty good. It's great to see. Like, that's the thing I've like pointed out since yesterday as well. Like, it seems like Filipino players really love their mobile MOBAs. Like, anytime there's a new MOBA that hits the scene, I always see Filipino players jump on it immediately, right?
Actually, it's different for Wild Rift. It was announced a year ago. Everyone was very hyped for it, to a point that many got angry because it was out very late, because they were very excited to play it, and once it was out, it just blew up, man.
And well, speaking of which, like we have a new patch already in for Wild Rift. We got a new event here. So the Path of Ascension, 3 new heroes introduced in this new mission-based reward thing. And we got basically we have Leona, Diana, and Pantheon, 3 new heroes. Really good crowd control heroes, I have to say. Like, I was checking out their kit just earlier on, and I was quite fascinated by like especially for Leona, the amount of crazy combos you can actually deal with her, like her entire kit. It's insane. Like the amount of like control she can have and the amount of damage she can deal.
The 50-second stun, where you get stunned. Where you get stunned, you just tell your friends, okay guys, I'm just gonna go YouTube first. I'll be back.
We joke, but like legit, like the person who wrote the ability notes for Leona actually made a mistake. They wrote down 50-second stun for Leona, which actually sounds completely OP. Like that alone only makes me want to just pick up and play Leona.
True. Anyways, but it's just a typo in the game. She is good. Everything's doing well. I think there are so many champions looking at going for. I think 3 champions are good. If you are going to the path of being a support, Leon is gonna be the one for you. A bruiser one, Pantheon is good for you. Assassin one, you have Diana. So yeah, all three champions are very good.
And I also should note, like, for those who are going to be checking out the Path of Ascension, that you should actually go ahead and choose one of the heroes because you get that hero for free. I know
Right.
some people actually went and bought the hero, and as a result, they actually lose out on getting some of the bonus rewards that comes with
True.
the Path of Ascension. So there's a little PSA for you guys. You know, just go ahead, check out the Path of Ascension. You can choose between either the Pantheon or Leon, or Leona or Diana. And it's a free hero, so just go ahead, pick it up, play their missions, and enjoy like the brand new emotes and avatars that comes into Wild Rift.
True, definitely. So I'm very excited for the champions. Are they allowed in this fight right now? I think they are going to be allowed.
Probably not. I don't think they are allowed in this tournament, given they're still new. They're banned, right? Yeah. So they are
Alright.
banned for this tournament here. So a bit unfortunate. Is Katarina also banned though? Katarina's a new hero. Oh, not banned, is it? Okay, Katarina's not banned. Then that means
Only
like,
the three.
The three? Huh? New champions are banned, but Katarina is not. Okay, alright, so...
All right, that's good. That's noted.
Yeah, alright, so yeah, there we go. And, well, speaking of bans, I actually have the ban list over
Alright.
here for
go
Synergy and
through
Yappy.
it.
So, no surprise, for Synergy, they've banned out Braum and Evelyn. And
Good
Yappy
app.
has banned out Alistair and Yasuo. So, pretty standard ban, I think, from Yappy. I'm quite curious why Synergy would ban Evelyn. Do you have any impression why?
I can only think of one thing: to open up one of the S plus tier champions for their pick. So I think that's the case right there. That opens up Akali. That opens up Oriana. So at the very least, they get one of the S class S plus champions if they open because of that ban.
Okay, so that will be something interesting to see later on. Our pick and bans are not quite ready to be shown yet, so let's just go ahead and sit around and chill a little bit. So, how's things over there in the Philippines, man? I mean, I know that over here in Malaysia, you know, the pandemic is starting to kind of like wind down a little, but it still feels like everything is still kind of like business as usual in a way.
That's similar right here, but the con about that is that cases are gonna go high, right?
Yeah.
Since everyone is out. So cases right here in the country are going up, but it kind of feels okay already. But you just as an individual, you have to do your part. Really take care.
yeah.
Only go out if needed, as much as possible. But yeah, the thing I can tell about the Philippines right now is it's very hot because it's summertime already.
Yeah.
So it's very hot outside right now. It's evening now, so much better in the evenings.
And I can only imagine like how, I mean, just COVID has basically changed the world in more ways
True,
than
man.
one, and it's
Yeah.
created. It's on the one hand, it's disrupted so many things like day to day, but on the other hand, it's actually kind of like, especially for esports and for live streaming in general, it's been such a boom because what better way to kind of like spend your days and nights at
True.
home just watching live streams there. Speaking of which, you do stream on your pages, right, Leoric?
Yes, I do. I have the Leoric PH and World of Wild Rift page. That's basically all about Wild Rift. I have a different page, which is Financial Freedom 101. That is my finance page. That's basically my main job. I teach people, I teach Filipinos how to be rich.
Oh wow! Maybe you could give me some tips after the show here then. Huh?
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Any case, looks like the picks and bans are ready, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So Synergy versus Yappy and Friends. This is a Synergy Thunder, I should say. It's one of the three Synergy teams that are taking part in today's edition of the Challenger Odyssey. So let's go ahead and check out what are the picks that are going to be coming out. So to remind you guys again, Braum and Evelyn has been banned by Synergy, and Yappy has banned out Alistair and Yasuo.
Yeah, they're already hovering over the Oriana, and that is the thing. I think they just chose Evelyn because they want to open up Oriana since they're the first pick, and they got the Oriana just like that. Let's see how Red Team is going to respond right here. Yappy is going to go for the Corki. Is this an ADR Corki? This is going to have a hard time against the Oriana right here, but they will go for one S plus tier champion of their own with the Olaf, and that is a good pick right there.
So let's see, Janna, they're actually hovering over Janna. It looks like they already locked in Jin, so they're committing to this Oriana and Jin combo here.
Alright, Janna's a good pick right here. She's a very good champion to really protect your ADR. And Jin is usually very vulnerable whenever he casts his ultimate. The curtain call is puts him open out there. So Janna can always stay at the back lines. If someone goes into Jin sends out her ultimate, pushes everyone out, and heal Jin, and Jin can always reposition, and they can reposition the fight also after that. So that is going to be a very good support for them. Let's see if who's their tank. They can go for the Janna since they're hovering over the Malphite. Malphite and Shyvana will be their tank more or less. They don't really need the tanky supports right now. Lulu Olaf is gonna be available on the other side. That is kind of scary also. Olaf and Lulu is a very, very strong and potent combination right there. Olaf can be very scary when he goes in with the ultimate of Lulu and the speed buff by the Lulu, and Olaf will wreak havoc in your lineup. Let's see how they're gonna be doing it, especially that Janna is right here. Olaf do have that counter so that he can't be pushed by the Janna. Let's see, this is gonna be very interesting. Lulu, Ashe is their ADR, and Singed. All right, Singed. That is not usually a pick right here, but sometimes somehow whenever I see Singed being picked, he wins. So there's that.
I don't get to think, like, was the Malphite pick also, like, was that a response to something in the lineup here from Yappy and Friends, or is it just seems like a pick that would synergize well with like what already happened in lineup?
Yeah, they don't really have an initiation entry right there. Shyvana can go in, but Shyvana isn't that tanky, so it's gonna be very risky for Shyvana when she goes in. So Malphite is a very good initiator right there. And remember, they have Orianna, so Shockwave on top of the Malphite after the unstoppable force is gonna be very, very potent for them. So I think that's a wombo combo they're gonna gun for. And at least they have a tank to really help their team if they need a tank. So Malphite is a good pick for them.
All right, so while we wait for the teams to load into the map so we can get started with our first match, remember this is a best of one, so this lineup is pretty much going to determine whether or not these teams are going to proceed into the next round. So I think, like, impressions wise, who do you feel has like a stronger lineup, or do you feel like it's like kind of there are kind of pros and cons to each of them?
Meta-wise, I like the lineup right now of Synergy. Yappy, though, they have a good team lineup right here. Kind of shaky with the Singed pick right there. He isn't really that much of a scaling type of champion, so that is a question mark for me still. But we will know later in a bit as this fight is gonna happen. We are already, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Wild Rift. Welcome to the first game of the evening. This is gonna be Synergy Thunder versus Yappy and Friends. On the blue side is Synergy, and you're seeing them right here already. There is a healthy leash right here happening on the red side. Leash for the Olaf. Olaf can be much faster with the leash, and that is a good job right there by Yappy. Right. Shyvana did get a leash. Also, Shyvana is a very slow champion from the start. Can really go online at level 5. So the leash is going to be very good for Shyvana also.
Yeah, so it looks like Shiken on the Singe is going to be on the top side. It looked like Yappy and Friends were kind of focused on whether we're kind of expecting Synergy to be a bit aggressive early game. So I think that's why they kind of like gathered up the bottom there. But seeing that no fight came out, it seems like they're going to be going to usual places here. So let's see how this laning phase is going to work out well here for either Yappy or Synergy. At the moment, let's see what we got here. So Ariana is going to be in mid, up against Corky. We got Olaf starting to invade the river here. Is he thinking about going for a jump here onto
Olaf
Z?
and Shyvana at the river? I think it's a fight right there.
Yeah,
Yes, it is a fight, ladies and gentlemen. There is going to be a flash away by the Shyvana right there, but Corky follow is going to come through, and that is first blood. Yappy and Friends and Corky. Well played. 1 minute and 35 seconds in.
Yeah, very quick response there. I mean, I think Olaf must have spotted the Shyvana trying to roam around the river and realized that it was actually quite wide open, and like with Corky just responding immediately, that's good first blood here for Yappy and Friends. Still though, like I think Yappy needs to try to find a way to bait out a big fight here from Synergy Thunder, hopefully get some advantage in the early game. And looks like they've already bursted down the Corki quite a bit. He's going to have to back off into his lane here. So we do see the rest of Synergy Thunder starting to gather around the river, expecting Yappy to try to initiate. But it seems like without any other further follow-ups there, they're just going to be backing off back into the lane again. Still, there is a lot of defenders on the bottom side here for Synergy Thunder. Yappy Friends, so the Olaf is still going to be jungling a little bit. Doesn't seem like he's quite online yet and ready to actually start doing some gangs, though he is joining up with the guys in the bottom lane, so perhaps a lot of attention is going to be focused on that specific lane. In any case, Raijin and Professor Freak continue to defend here, just waiting to see what gangs are going to be coming out here from the enemy team.
Alright, but earlier that kill on the Shyvana was really well played by Yappy and friends. What happened there was a Singe from the top went down to scout for the Shyvana if she's already which area did Shyvana start. They saw that the blue buff was still available, so they know that Shyvana started the jungle path at the bottom. So when Shyvana was at the top, or Olaf was ready for him, they knew that Shyvana is gonna go for the Rift Scuttler, and the Rift Scuttler is in a favorable position for a gank by the Olaf. Olaf was there in the pixel bush first, and when Shyvana went in, Olaf, if ever the Undertow hits you, and Olaf is very strong in the early game, they got the kill because of that. That was a very, very methodical setup right there. It's just one kill, but so many things happened before that, and that is kudos to Yappy and friends. So that one impressed me.
That's the thing, like because before they actually picked the Singe, they were actually hovering over the Kali. So initially, I was thinking that Yappy was going to try to go for that early game, like aggression, like just taking advantage of like Akali's like strong strength, I guess, in the early minutes of the game. But it seems like they decided to go for the Singe instead. So I don't know, like it seems like they might be a bit. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what the plan is from Yappy and friends specifically with that Singe, but in any case, they've already started to go onto this Drake here. It is it seems like Synergy is not really trying to go for the fights quite yet. They're trying to find one. Okay, that's a good stun. They're coming in. That's going to be initiation that Synergy was looking for. But is there going to be the follow-up though? It seems like Yappy and friends are able to take control of the situation quite well, especially given they've already taken that Ocean Drake, and now they're going to be able to turn the tables around on the Synergy. Picks up another one onto the Orianna. That's 3 people already down for Synergy, and it looks like they've completely lost this fight here.
Alright, I think that was a wipeout, yeah? I think that was, no, it is Janna who survived there.
Well,
but yeah, Janna survived that fight, but that was a, no, 5 kills right there, 6-0 on the board. That was a very, very big fight for Yappy. They went in. They know that they have the advantage of the Olaf right now against the Shyvana. Shyvana went in nonetheless for the Drake right there with the ultimate, but Shyvana was met by so many champions. They focused on the Shyvana. Shyvana went down. The Dragon was taken by the red side, mind you. So after that one, it was catastrophe from the blue on the blue side. From that point on, they just tried to run away, but Olaf is very fast, and with that Lulu, Olaf is much more scary. This is the synergy that I was talking about. Olaf and Lulu is very scary, especially in the game. And with that, they take this game 6-0. There's gonna be a fight right here in the mid. Orianna is gonna be polymorphed and is gonna be gang out upon, and that is Yappy and friends disassembling that Orianna down 7-0 on the board, and we have a 6k gold lead just 5 minutes, 6 minutes in, and this is big for Yappy and friends. They are doing it right now.
Yeah, they found the perfect timing there. I mean, all their heroes here are very strong. Like you said, the synergy is just perfect for them, and they've just really taken advantage of this timing here. So while synergy is a little bit low, I think unfortunately Shyvana is going to get picked off here before it's going to be able to contest this Rift Herald. So that's going to be the Rift Herald going to Yappy and friends. Things are looking kind of dire right now for Synergy, I have to say. 9-0 already in 6 minutes. That's going to be a really tough comeback if Synergy could ever even pull one.
Yeah, man. Yappy and friends saying they're having Dragon for dinner tonight, and that's what they're doing right now. 0-9. That's big, and at this point of the game, they don't even need the Rift Herald for this push, and top turret is not looking well right now. That is gonna go down, but there is gonna be a fight right here. Baby Malphite doing it right now. Lulu is already very, it is Ashen's very low right now, but Lulu is doing his best to make that Ashe survive, and they just do that. It is blue team who is going down. The Lannister sends their regards. Man, blue side, it is gonna be the ultimate of the Jhin opening up. Bullets are coming in right now, but no kill for them. Just a total beatdown right now. 0-12. Synergy Thunder gets nothing. First turret of the game is gonna be the reward of Yappy and friends.
Yeah, it felt like Malphite was trying so hard to stay alive and just try to wait long enough for Orianna to come in to back them up. But unfortunately, the Janna got picked off already, so that right off the bat, that fight was going very much south there for Synergy Thunder. And that seems to be a kind of a problem, I feel, even from that first Drake fight, right? Like, it seems like whenever the fights break out, Synergy Thunder seems to overcommit, even though the fight was already kind of lost early on. And that's just adding the number of kills here to Yappy and friends, just making things a lot easier for the red team here. So I just wonder, like, is Synergy Thunder like making some really bad calls here, or perhaps some miscommunication going on their sides?
We can't really be sure, man, but at this point, they really have to do something to stop the bleeding right now. They are losing this game at this point, and any further damage is going to make their evening very fast right now, as Ocean Drake is already alive. I think there is going to be a fight right here, and considering that they have Shyvana, they will try to get this again. There it is. Dragon is already started right there. The ball is going to be casted by the Orianna to spot the Drake. How much HP is left? There it is. Shyvana will go in, but it is going to be very early right now. Shyvana is going to be the first to die on the blue side with the Malphite right there, and still nothing for Synergy Thunder. Not even the Dragon, and they Yappy and friends are gonna push this one out, and they won that fight. Another fight by Yappy and friends, and they are now up 15k in this game, 9 minutes in.
I love like the way the Corki and the Cinch was like doing the jump, making sure that Synergy, if they wanted to get the jump on, they would know immediately when it's going to happen, because they were both scouting behind the pit there while the rest of the team was just going on to that Drake. So very unfortunate here for Synergy Thunder. Like, none of their combos seem to hit at all here onto Yappy and friends. They've gotten 0 kills so far, and that's just, if you want to say they're bleeding, I feel like the blood is just flowing freely now and just flooding the whole place at this point. Of Synergy Thunder, just they really need to try to find something here, but frankly, with Yappy and friends already being so far ahead, and given that their lineup is already so conducive for this early game aggression, I think things are definitely not looking good.
Yeah, there's gonna be a fight right here. Orianna is already down, so blue side is already at a disadvantage right here. I don't think they need this clash right now, and there it is. Red team will just back away, and this is the opening that they need to go for this Baron. I don't think Synergy Thunder knows even about this. They have the idea, they will check it out, but what can they do at this point? This is gonna be a 4v5. Shyvana is gonna position at the back to try to flank this one out. Curtain Call is gonna open up, bullets flying in this fight, and somehow Shyvana still went in, and Shyvana just got eaten alive all again in this game. 0-17. Yappy and friends are doing it, and the Baron is their reward. Malphite goes in, goes for the Lulu at the back lines, but Lulu finds an opening and says, see you later, Malphite. Janna is gonna die. GA of the Olaf is gonna be dropped, but that is still okay. He comes back strong, and here we go. They're still after the champions right here. Jhin is gonna be next in the menu, and that is an unofficial wipeout. Shyvana is the only one remaining right here, considering that Shyvana already died earlier. Man, that's still an ace, and that's the base cracked up. What a fight. Good, well played by Yappy and friends.
Yeah, good grief though. Like, I just feel really bad for Synergy Thunder, because they haven't even gotten a single trade in, like, how many battles has this been now? Like 4 battles, like, including the Rift Herald. Man, like it seemed like nothing is like landing and hitting properly. The Shyvana probably shouldn't have tried to gone for the Baron Steel, like knowing that how far behind Synergy Thunder was. I think the better call would have been just to hold back, stick together, and like just wait, let Yappy and friends try to push up against space, and then use supporter towers to do something. But now Preserva's Peak gonna get caught out in the middle. That's gonna be a quadra kill now going to Yappy and friends. And with the turrets now come down, that's pretty much no turrets left inside the lane. Okay, there's still one more turret left, but it's only on the top, and we already see the Singe is already on the way, bringing the creep line all the way forward. But then again, the rest of Yappy aren't wasting any time now. The Malphite tries to go for one last defense, but sadly, this is the Alamo, and they're gonna get overrun anyway. Yappy and friends are through into round number 2.
All right, what a fight by Yappy and friends. I wasn't expecting that, man. 0 to how much was the score? Total domination right there. Yeah, total domination by Yappy and friends. Good job by them. I think the first blood really took the wins out of the sails of Synergy Esports right there. Shyvana again being a late champion. Olaf got the lead that he needed, and Olaf got very aggressive. And good job by Yappy and friends, right? The Singe, really, I haven't seen the Singe shine in that game, but everything worked out for them. Still, that is still a win, so that's a good pick as of this point. That Singe right there, man.
No, I think like what really won the game was that the Lulu and the Olaf combination, like you said, because the synergy of that was just so good. They found the right timing, they've got the right fights going. Let's check out the post-game screen now, and let's try to see who got the MVP for this round. It's going to be Yappy on the Ashy.
All right, yeah, Ash killed so much. Got a quadra kill in the last part of that game. 9-0 to 11 right there. The stunts on the ultimate of Ash did a lot for the team, and yeah, I would say he is the MVP here with the stats. I would say the real MVP right there was the Olaf, carrying the team for them. 6-0-7 on the Olaf. Not one champion died on the red side. I think that is the whole story right there for the game, man.
Yeah, in fact, to let you know as well, it's 25-0. That was the total kill score at the end of the round. I mean, that's just insane. Like, that's just literally not just a stomp. That's a curb stomp, I would feel.
Yes,
that the Olaf, the Lulu, and the Ash actually pulled off here. But very well done here for Yappy and friends. With that, they're going to be through into the next round. So hopefully we'll just wish them best of luck for their journey up ahead. Because
true. Synergy has many teams, so I think we're still gonna see the main other teams of the teammates of Synergy go up. So I think that's not the last time we are gonna be seeing Synergy in this tournament this evening.
Yeah, I certainly hope so as well. Like you said, 3 Synergy teams are in, so the chances at least one of them getting through into round 2 is pretty high. But yep, in any case, can we check out some of the replays? Yes, we are. We're going to be checking out replays now from the fights, and damn, I mean, every single fight here is just basically gone to Yappy. Like, Synergy Thunder, despite the name, really couldn't find any combo to go here. And look at that, the Olaf just getting right up into their faces, making sure that there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. They're just going to die right there and right then.
Yeah, the Olaf is really scary, man. With the Lulu right there, you already think that you are gonna be able to kill the Olaf, but Lulu sends out the ultimate on the Olaf, making him tankier, and the speed buff that Lulu gives with the help picks. The second skill of Lulu is making Olaf chase you even further, and this is the third clash of the game at the top. They thought they got it, but no, the Lulu is doing a good job right there with helping. Look at that, Ash just would not die because of that Lulu right there, and they're out of there.
Yeah, like, that's insane. Like, you saw how low Yappy actually got in that fight there, and actually is able to slip out anyway, so kudos there to the Lulu player here. I mean, she got, what, 23 assists? That's like almost 80-90% of like kill participation there, which is incredible stats there for Lulu.
Right.
And yeah, this was when they took the Baron, and the thing was, like, even when they took the Rip Herald, they didn't even need the Rip Herald really to actually start pushing the lanes, because like they already got such a huge advantage right off the bat, and pretty much like, yeah, picking up the quadra kill, taking up Professor Freak on the outside there, that just opened the door completely. And despite Malphite's best efforts there, I mean, this guy like really was trying so hard to try to keep these lanes like stable, but unfortunately, there's only so much like a solo Malphite could do, especially when you're up against like a team that's already not only has won battle after battle, but already has so much more levels ahead of you. So yeah, again, really sad to see that for Synergy Thunder. Their journey ends here, but nevertheless, they could try again in the next edition of the Challenger Odyssey, because this Wild Rift tournament is being held every single day throughout this week. So if you guys want to take part, you can go ahead and check it out. You can register at www.irl.asia, and you can also see other games as well besides Wild Rift. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and check us out here, www.irl.asia. Alright, so we're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be right back later on with round 2 of this Challenger Odyssey. My name is Victorkaxx, joining me here is Leoric, and we'll see you guys after these messages.
See you later. Airy, hello.
Hey.
Had a chat.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon.
Alright, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go game. Actually, sebenarnya saya minat dalam bidang e-sport sejak zaman CSGO. Korang mesti pernah dengar zaman CSGO kan? Yes, time tu kita orang main dengan kawan-kawan. So, much later, Mobile Legends pula yang keluar. Mobile Legends was way more fun. It's a short game, interesting, it's best played with friends, and it's a mobile game. Siapa tak nak main? Main je lah. Yes, so kita orang main Mobile Legends, we played in tournaments. Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in EGG Network. Yes, EGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining EGG Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So, that's where I stopped EGG and I started working in IRL. Currently, I am in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends, but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift.
Victory!
Yes!
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on further study options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skills, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has different ideas. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will involved. Want to know more? Join us at
Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
No audio,
Check
man.
1, 2. Okay, can you hear me here now,
There,
Leoric?
there we go.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I can hear you
yeah.
now, man.
So apologies. It seems like it was my problem. I forgot to turn on my microphone this time. That's a bit embarrassing. But let me start the intro one more time. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Challenger Odyssey featuring League of Legends Wild Rift. My name is Victorkaxx. Joining me here is Leoric from all the way in the Philippines. And we're going to be jumping into round number 2, which is going to be between Oligarchs and Western G. So are these teams familiar for you, Leoric?
No, Oligarchs and Western G. I haven't covered any game from them before. Are they Filipino teams, both of them?
Are there both Filipino teams here? Oligarch and Western G? Waiting there for the. Yeah, they're both Filipinos. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Both Filipino teams.
Haven't seen them yet. Hopefully, they're gonna give us good action tonight. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, we're just going to have to just go based on like how they're going to be playing in this next round here. So just reiterate, we're doing a single elimination bracket in this tournament. We've already gone through the round of 32. Now we're in the round of 16. So half the field has already been filtered out, and it's going to continue like this until we get to the grand finals. So while we await for the pick and ban to come up, can we have a look at the brackets yet? Brackets, not yet. All right, so we're just gonna wait and see. I do have some notes here from production about the bans for the next round. So Oligarchs are gonna be banning the Oriana and the Camille, whereas Western G bans out the Olaf, and I think this is a Soul. Can't tell what that actually is. The handwriting is kind of bad here. So I hope I got that name right. Asol, I actually don't recognize.
Asol is Aurelion Sol.
Aurelion Sol. Oh, wait. Why would they ban Aurelion Sol? Isn't he like really nerfed hard in this current patch?
I don't think they haven't tested the Aurelion Sol yet. So that could be something. That could be the reason right now. But yeah, Aurelion Sol has been nerfed, so I don't think that is gonna be a very good ban. Or I think they're just keeping the pool open again so that they can get the S class. Braum is available, Alistar is available, so those two are going to be very, very effective in this game. Oriana is not going to be available, so Akali is there also. So let's see what is going to be our picks at this point of the game.
Yeah, so like right now, Wild Rift has already entered patch 2.1b. We've got a new event going on, so if you log into your Wild Rifts right now, you can get to choose between 3 new champions that's been introduced in this patch, which was Pantheon, Leona, as well as Diana. So I've just been trying out the Diana early on during the break, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how exactly to use her, because it seems like you have to be very, you have to kind of understand the combos that you need to pull off in order to be super effective with Diana here. So it's a bit of a learning process for me, like throughout, like just trying to get back into Wild Rift here after having not played League of Legends for like years now. So it's kind of like, it feels like I'm like learning a whole new game again, like in a way.
Definitely, man. Especially the mechanics using your fingers, right? It's gonna be something new. But Diana, there are so many Diana mains in the PC version, so I'm expecting Diana to be quite a good pick right here in this game. We'll see in the future, coming days, if ever we see metas around Diana. I think she is gonna be like the Akali is gonna be very strong, but she needs some She needs some time to get used to. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was that even her first skill, the fact that it actually curves, it really throws me for a loop some of the times. Like, sometimes it's just like, I aim for the hero, but I end up like just missing all of the entire arc of that first ability. So, just problems. But I think another thing kind of threw me off, like when the first time I played Wild Rift was when I was playing on the red team. Apparently, they keep like your starting position always on the bottom left of the map, which is similar to some of the other mobile MOBAs. But so like when I was traveling to try to find the Baron Pit, like it wasn't there. It was a Drake instead. And I was wondering like, what the heck was going on? I didn't realize like the map was actually flipped if you're actually playing on the red side. So it's kind of funny that they actually didn't have a setting that allows you to swap that around, because I expect that will actually, especially for people who are coming in from the PC League of Legends, I think that will be something that we'll prefer as far as quality of life is concerned.
Yeah, actually there are studies about that. There's a study that teams from the blue side have a bigger chance of winning, especially in mobile MOBA. So they just apply that so that it will be even out with the stats basing on it.
I see.
It's easier to play really mobile MOBA on the blue side.
Yeah. I mean, naturally, like, especially for people who are right-handed, they usually have the thumbstick on the left-hand side, so it makes sense in that way that to keep the map symmetrical that way. regardless of which side you're actually starting on. But yeah, I mean, this is some of the interesting observation, I guess, like coming in as a PC player, right, for this MOBA game. So we're still awaiting the actual matches start. So I mean, I'm just gonna have to chill out a bit. Speaking of which, like you mentioned earlier, you actually give like financial advice to people. So could you expand a little bit about your background though? Because that's actually, I find that really interesting.
Yeah, it's been quite a while already. I have a YouTube channel, Financial Freedom 101. It's been up for almost 5 years already.
Wow.
So it's been a while since I've been doing this. Basically, I teach people how to. That's the goal, financial freedom. So basically, I teach people how to handle their funds, and I focus on investing in the stock market. So I teach about stock market a lot, how to trade, and that's basically what I do daily. Also, it's like a podcast through Facebook where I talk to traders, guide the new ones, and if they wanna consult something for a stock or different kind of assets like Bitcoin, I give them my 2 cents and we check it out together. So basically, that's my daily program. That's the program I had earlier.
I think I would love to check it out. Where can people actually go to follow your content though? Like you have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page, I assume?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel, Financial Freedom 101, and also Facebook. It's Financial Freedom 101. You can search for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a new group. I have a new page right now, which is about stocks. And that one is it's a company. We're a group of people who really share inputs about it. So StocksEd also is where you can find me.
Right.
And then after that, World of Wild Rift and Leoric PH.
Of course. So in any case, we should be able to jump into the brackets now. So let's go ahead and have a look at what teams have made it to the top 16 here. So I'm gonna expect to see Finesse Phoenix actually beat Execration in round 1.
Oh, so I told you.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Now that's the new favorites now for me. I really want to see Finesse Phoenix at least in the semifinals because it seems if they're able to beat Execration, they're coming in as a big guns here, I expect.
So yeah, let's see. Oligarchs, Western G, OES, eSports, Caballero, Yappy, and Friends. We saw that. Sinag is good. Sinag Wild Rift main. That's a good team also. I wanna check that out also. So I guess on the left side I got Sinag, and let's see on the opposite side we have Stray Dogs, Dark Cloud. I have Phoenix, Finesse, and Synergy right there. So they're gonna be fighting each other. Let's see who will win that. That was definitely gonna be my favorite on this side. So yeah, Arepa also I have been covering them. Let's see their improvement also. I want to see that one.
I mean, right off the bat, like they beat yesterday's champion, Secret Empire.
Arepa.
So that already is quite impressive. Like they've already eliminated, like I guess, one of the favorites for today's Challenger Odyssey. So I'm curious to see how far they're going to be able to go because up next they're going to be going up against I Wanna Cry. So, that's going to be an interesting one, I think.
Yeah, I want to see that also. Arepa also, I've been covering them. Yeah, they just beat, you mentioned earlier, Secret Empire. Didn't see that one earlier, but yeah. that's surprising. So Arepa, high expectations for you guys. Hopefully you do your best. Let's see. Hopefully I can see you in the later parts of this tournament.
All right, so with that bracket out of the way, now we're going to be waiting for the picks and ban. Let me remind you guys again, because I actually have the ban list here. All the guards have already banned Oriana and Camille, whereas Western G, they banned out Olaf and Aurelian Sol. So, yeah. Again, very weird ban, given that Aurelian Sol is already banned in this, already nerfed in this patch. So, kind of might be a bit of a wasted ban, but then again, maybe Western G might have some ideas that we aren't privy to at the moment.
Yeah, true. Aurelian Sol, even if nerfed, it's just like the Lulu. Even if Lulu was nerfed, the skills are very effective. It's just not, it doesn't happen as always, but during the team fights where it counts, still very, very good, man. So yeah, Aurelian Sol, even after the nerf, you're really after the stun of Aurelian Sol, right? So as long as he's able to do that, that is going to be a very big setup for your team already. So even the nerf of Aurelian Sol doesn't really count as long as Aurelian Sol can do the setup for you. That's still a win. So Aurelian Sol is still very good.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump in now to the picks. So let's see, Lee Sin Akali going to be picked up here, it looks like, from Western G. Batosai right now doesn't decide what he's going to try to pick up here. And yeah, let's see what they're going to have to choose here. Okay, they're going to go for the Braum first. Yeah, that was already open. They didn't ban this one on this
Big Man
round.
Braum is going to be selected, one of the premier supports right now. So I understand they want to get Braum. Maybe they want to go for a wombo combo setup. They're already hovering over the Jarvan 4. So yeah, that's the wombo combo that they will be going for. They got the Gragas, Big Daddy Gragas, and Big Boy Braum is already available. So big guys on the blue side. Lee Sin Akali, I think they're gonna go for an aggressive lineup right here, especially Alistar, a very aggressive support right there. So that's something I think Western G is gonna go for an early game aggression right here. Maybe Ezreal is a very big help. Whenever red team goes for a lane, maybe a gank, Ezreal can always cast the ultimate as a Hail Mary from downtown or wherever to hit that lane. That's gonna be a very big help. So yeah, and Ezreal during the team fight does do good damage.
So yeah, Jarvan is going to be picked up together with Twisted Fate for the side of Oligarchs, and now Western G deciding on their last hero here.
All right.
What do you think of the lineup here, though?
TF is a pick to go up against Akali. Akali is very annoying when she goes into the Shroud. When she does that, Twisted Fate ultimate will reveal her position so the team can continue. That is basically Akali shut down right there. So I like this Twisted Fate pick right here from the Oligarchs right now, targeting the Akali. The Akali is going to be a problem if ever you don't have any counter for her. So this is very good from Oligarchs right here. I like their lineup because of this.
Yeah. Again, I think most of it, again, it's just a response to the Lee Sin and Akali pick right off the bat, because I think Western G is trying to go for that early game aggression. We do know Akali is very strong, like early to mid game. Kind of tapers off towards the end, but if they can already pick up a lot of kills and get a lot of good fights early on, Akali and Lee Sin are going to be scaling up very, very well going into the mid game for this round here. So we're going to be waiting for the teams to load into the map and get started into round number 2. Yeah, so I think I just want to see what's going to happen between both of these teams here, because again, we have no impressions. We don't really know what kind of like the past history of either of these teams are. So really, it's just whatever they're going to be able to show us here today. That's what we're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what is going to happen. And we are already loading into the screen, so we'll see the fight shortly. I wanna look at how this Twisted Fate is gonna be maneuvering himself with the aggression that comes with the Destiny skill right there, with the global presence. So, right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to game number 1. No, this is the best of 1. Second game of this evening. Right off the bat, it is gonna be a fight in the mid.
Yeah, they're already straight up finding
things
some aggression.
escalating quickly. I don't know what happened right there, but things are getting spicy at this. We're just at the 10-second mark, and everyone was testing each other. Like, they'll see you in the parking lot, and let's go.
Yeah, like meet me outside. Let's go 5v5 mid lane. Well, it seems like they're gonna be pulling back here. Just go ahead and like take some of their buffs in jungle. Yeah, let's see what Western G will try to do a response here. But so far, it seems like they're keeping things close to their chest. We do see the Lee Sin. It's already jungling pretty well. The RV, of course, will be taking the mid lane here for Western G. Here we go. That's Gragas right now on the top lane, going up against Yova. Yeah, he's on Akali. So, yeah, I think it's just pretty much standard for them now. Waiting to see what kind of movements. Yeah, particularly going to be watching out for that Lee Sin. Like, right. I now learned that the Lee Sin rotations can be very, very dangerous if you're left unchecked.
Yes, man. Lee Sin, yeah, I want to focus on that. He is now clearing for the second, for the blue buff right here, and after that, he should be going for a rotation right here. Let's see which lane. I think bottom lane is gonna be the target right here, as the two champions at the bottom side are already pushing in their part of the map. There is no ward right here, so Lee Sin goes for the Rift Scuttler. Let's see. Blue side, Braum is gonna spot this, and they're gonna be oh, there it is. That is good initiation right there by the Alistar, and Big Braum is gonna be the first blood of the game right away. We are just 2 minutes in, and that is the rotation threat that I was talking about earlier about the Lee Sin, and that's first blood Western G. Good job.
You always gotta keep an eye out for that Lee Sin, especially early game here. So unfortunate for the Braun. He is back up to speed though, rejoining the rest of his team, but things are looking very low here for the bottom laners of Western G at the moment. So they're gonna be pulling back. Lee Sin is going to be taking over the place. It looks like if he's actually done with the jungle there. It doesn't look like so, unfortunately. So in any case, yeah, first blood already going to Western G. Can they find some more kills though? It really hinges upon where this Lee Sin is going to move to next. He's recalling back to base, so I think he's already thinking about the setup for the next gank.
Yeah, definitely so. There are no wards right now in the jungle of the red side from the blue side. So they don't really know the rotation of Lee Sin right now. Look at that bottom part of the river. There is no blue ward right there. So the dragon laners on the blue side are going to be playing safe at this point forward, and that is going to be bad news for blue team if they do that. So let's see how they are going to be adjusting at this pace of the game. We already are seeing at a 1k gold lead on the red side, so Western G are on top of this game, as in the next 45 seconds the first Drake of the game is going to be spawning. It's important to note the earlier fight, I think the hero right there was the Alistar peeling away the Braum. He headbutt the Braum towards the Lee Sin, then Lee Sin just did the finishing touches, kicking Braum at the side of the head, and that was just Braum going down. But it was Alistar who did that setup right there, and that is very good. Here at the top, there is going to be a TF at the bottom, but no, red team was prepared for it, and they're finding an exit, and they're out of there.
Oh, the rotation is coming from mid though, so are you trying to commit for this fight? It's still going to be a 4v3 here, so they definitely need some backup. You're already seeing straight from the fountain, the backup is on its way, but they've already started initiation because the Ocean Drake has already spawned. They want to try to maintain control of this area here for as long as they can, but the teammates, they need to come in, they need to try to take this fight. They've already picked up the Lee Sin though. That could actually be very good here for the oligarchs. They're going to need to find some more, but in the meantime, red team Akali is already taking out the Corki, already taking down another as well. And that's going to be a killing spree here to follow up from that triple kill. Looks like though, yeah, there we go. I mean, very, very low right now. One more hit there, and they will get another kill here for the side of Western G. But with that, they will pull back. They aren't actually going for the Ocean Drake quite yet. But looks like oligarchs, they're going to be coming back for more with the Braum and the Corki just zooming their way towards that Drake.
This is going to be interesting right here. Only the Corki have the ultimate right here, so it is going to be a pretty even fight. Corki with the ultimate is going to be good, but let's see what happens right here. Red team is not going to be giving up just yet on this Drake right here. TF did Drake, so much damage in the first fight earlier. There is going to be the fight on the Drake. Drake is already very low right here. 1,500 and done. That is Drake going to the side of the red team right here. Alistar doesn't hit the pulverize right there, so Alistar will just be tanking right here. But that Alistar is going to go down. Corki is going to be next. Corki goes down, and it is just Western G taking this fight. They come in, they get out, and they get paid. Western G doing it 5 minutes in.
Yeah, they completely neutralized the Braun early on, and that just made Corki's job so hard, even though he managed to land off quite a lot of damage here on the team. But unfortunately, without the Braun around, they really didn't have the support to bring in any more follow-ups. So despite that, like, it was only a 1-for-1 trade there, but still the Drake will be taken here by Western G, and that could be pretty decisive because now the Rift Herald is up. We do see, I think that's Akali already getting position just in front of his pit, and we see the oligarchs already moving in to contest. They're going to be going for another fight very, very soon. Rift Herald already getting jumped on here now by Philsec, and now it looks like Western G will try to jump in onto the wall. Can they get killed? Yes, they will. The Braun is out. Can they get some more? Western G still able to control the area though. Oligarchs don't have an opening to go onto Rift Herald, as Western G now, they're starting to engage onto the Herald. So what will Oligarchs try to do here? Will they try to go for the steal? Will they try to force out a fight? Western G now trying to position them well for this fight. Oligarchs, and then looking a little bit low, but they're still going to try to jump in there. They've managed to take the Rift Herald just in time. They could try to go for fights, but they don't have to necessarily. In fact, they're going to be pulling back right now. They don't want to concede any kills here, especially having already stolen the Rift Herald.
Alright, you take the Rift Herald, we take the first turret of the game. Yova going for this bottom turret and is doing it successfully right now. Mind you, there's still no first turret down in this game, so whoever gets this is going to get a very big gold injection into their pockets. And there it is, Yova doing a good job right there. And that is Western G still getting the better out of that game, even though they lost the Rift Herald. Take 4-8 on the board. Turret at the top on the blue side is going to go down also. That's 2-1 on the turret count. Oh, sorry, first turret of the game was already taken.
Yeah, I was going to mention that like Western G really lost one turret on the top lane, so really that was just tit for tat there by the Akali on the bottom lane. But still, nevertheless, with that done, Western G has managed to keep things kind of even between the two of them. Now they already picked up another tower here, which is on the top lane, so I think things are looking pretty good for Western G, despite the fact they lost out on the Rift Herald.
That's not that much. Rift Herald isn't really that important in the game, but definitely if you got the Rift Herald, you can make something out of it. So yeah, split push. The red team just opted for the split push, and that turned out good for them. They are still on top of this game after that. 4-8 on the board. There is gonna be a gang up right here, a preparation for this dragon perhaps that is going to be spawning anytime soon. The timer is already available. Let's see what they are going to be doing.
So clear out the scuttler first. Again, like Oligarchs, they just want to maintain control of the bottom side of the river. They're going to be pushing out the bot lane too, because that tier 1 turret is providing quite a bit of support here for Western G. Should the next fight break out here at the Drake. So if they're able to push it down, that'll be great. The thing is though, Western G are fighting back very hard. Oh, that's a lot of damage there on the back line. Can the Corki stay alive? No, he will not. Jumping in there. Western G are trying to find one more kill. They do find 2 in the process there. That's going to be a triple kill for the Kali, and definitely that will give them control over the Drake for sure.
The Ezreal pick, man, that's what I told you earlier. They can always have Ezreal away from the map, and the ultimate at the backlines from downtown is what is the difference in that fight. With Corki going down early in that fight, Red-Blue team did not have any more damage dealer in their lineup, and that was the end of the team in that fight. 5-13 on the board. Western G doing it right here, and Drake is there. Reward 9 minutes in.
Yeah, that's a 9K lead here. Over 9,000 gold ahead for Western G. And Oligarchs, they're going to have to try to find a good response here. They're going to just take their buffs in the jungle, hopefully try to stay out of trouble. Looks like Baron will be spawning in a few moments, and we already have a couple of members of Oligarchs in position. They've already taken the buffs. They just need to get these lanes pushed out here. The mixed tier 1 tier 1 still alive. Baron is going to be up, but looks like an invasion is happening on the bottom jungle, because Western G are trying to find a kill again on the bottom side.
Pockets.
Yeah, so falling back to the fountain, there is both the Ari as well as the Lee Sin. Now they're going to be rejoining each other in the jungle here. I mean, Oligarchs at the moment, they have to be very mindful about what positioning Western G is going to be doing in this next push here. Because again, there's still 2 lanes that have tier 1 turrets here on the red side. That's mid and bottom. Looks like mid should be whittled down very, very quickly here if it wasn't for Oli actually just defending in that zone there. But in any case, a lot more focus here is definitely on the bottom jungle, because they know that Braun is very, very weak right now, and they know that it's can suppress that tanker. Basically, there's no one to basically tank the damage from Oligarchs, I think, if that would happen.
All right, let's see. 5-17 on the board. Sorry, I got distracted really bit.
It's okay.
My
it's all right. It's all good, man.
Got tangled into the microphone. Sorry. Anyways, it is 5-17 on the board. It is still Western G in a very comfortable position right here in this game. They definitely have the driver's seat right now. Good fake right there by the Lee Sin, but it is not going to draw anything out from that Braum. But at the top, it is Oriana with the dance right here. Gragas obliged, Gragas regretted the decision, and it is Gragas down. Big Daddy down, and that's a turret down at the top. They still have the Baron buff right here, so they can go for this push right here. Let's see if they can crack the base open. This is going to be the first inhibitor turret that they're going to focus on, and I think they have the firepower to do it. No, they just go back, wait for the Ezreal, and nope. A Baron buff is going to expire, and no inhibitor taken on the red side. Still, they are in a very good lead right here.
I mean, Beyond is just going to continue to try to snipe that tower. The thing is that Zigzag is going to try to jump in here to keep the Ahri off of their top lane. And that seems to be successful at the moment. That tier 2 turret, actually gets blasted down by the creeps anyway. So, well done there to the Ahri then. So, Western G, with that done, that means they already have a pathway open to the Nexus. Oligarchs, they really need to try to step up the defense here. Perhaps this next Drake will be a good place here for Oligarchs to try to mount a comeback, because they're all gathered here in the bottom jungle. But conversely, Western G are already making their moves. They see the Drake. They're going to be initiating onto it first. Oligarchs just waiting for the right moment to strike, because if they go into a bit too early or too late, that's going to be too late, because Western G will just take the Infernal Dragon. Got no resistance at all coming up for the Oligarchs. And unfortunately, the blue team, they're going to have to fall back, because with 3 Drakes already in the hands of Western G, this is a very, very stacked lineup for the red team.
True, man. They tried to look for an opening right there in the Dragon and planned to do a take, but when they saw the big mad cow zoning everyone out, they don't want a piece of that, man. They're just gonna get stunned, and then it will be death from that point on. It is a wise decision that they did not go for it. Maybe this Baron, though, they will have to do something about this, because if they give this out, it is gonna be GG, not it's the same story, so I might as well just try to contest this. But again, this cow right here is not letting them right now. Baron is going to be taken, and I think that is going to be game right here. Here comes the victory march. Ezreal sends out the ultimate right there. It is TF going down early, and there's the Gragas right there. That's Big Daddy Gragas fats melted, and no more champions left. It's going to be an ace, and here is the victory march. No resistance whatsoever. The stand is gonna fail, and it is Western G taking this W of this series.
Wow. I mean, they melted down faster than an ice cube in a Sahara desert. That was just so painful to see.
Man.
But then again, 3 Drakes and the Baron buff, like I said, it was such a stacked team by the time that final fight broke out. But man, congratulations though to Western G, because they are through in the round of 8. Whereas for the Oligarchs, well, probably find another chance here to reclaim their throne. But frankly, they're going to have to wait for another day, unfortunately. Well, on this edition of the Challenger Odyssey, unfortunately, their journey comes to an end right here and then. Can we have a look at the post-game screen here to kind of see who actually picked up the MVP? Yes, we will, and it's unsurprisingly, it's the Akali.
All right, man. 13-0, 4 turrets. So many turrets pushed by the Akali right there. When with the kills, Akali is a killer. There you go, 13-0 and 4. I would say yes, she is the MVP in that game. On the opposite side, really they couldn't get things rolling right here. Gragas not even getting any kills with the ultimate. That is usually a free kill right there whenever it's casted at a good time. So yeah, that was really bad from the blue side. But then again, let's see. It's just that red team was the better team this evening. Can't really say if they're bad or not, because this is just a best of one. So really hard to say.
Sometimes it can always be like it's always 50-50, right? Like sometimes you have like a good draft, but if you cannot really execute well, and if you're like, especially if your tankers get themselves picked off all the time or like early
Right.
game, it's very hard to sustain that like going into the mid game, especially knowing how Lee Sin and Akali scales up quickly from that if they manage to get some early game kills. So yeah, no surprise there that the Akali came out so strong here from Western G. Very well done for their end.
All right. Yes, definitely, definitely. So, next game.
Next game, yeah, next game later on, but we're going to be taking a little bit of a breather, but for now I'd just like to let you guys know that this event is brought to you by IRL Asia. They are the organizers of this tournament, but they also do this in partnership with Homie. And sponsoring this tournament is In Theory, and it is co-sponsored by Feng Ta and PayX. So we've already witnessed our second game of the day. We'll be going into our third game later on after the break. But until then, I think we're just going to
Replays.
Just go ahead and check out the replays as they are coming in. I was just waiting for that queue actually for them to get this ready, because it takes a bit of time actually to get these highlights up for you guys.
Right, yeah, that was the first blood right there when Alistar did the setup. This is the second fight of the game. Alistar, good back away right there, and the re-entry. That was a good kick right there by the Lee Sin. Lee Sin died shortly after that kick, but that was a very good setup by them. Twisted Fate doing lots of damage here. The back lines, those gold cards are doing it for them. Alistar pushed him away, but he was still able to get a kill. But at that point, it was just him alone right there facing 3 champions, and it was running for his life. But no exit for you, man. You are gonna go down.
Yeah, I mean, that first fight looked pretty even. Like they didn't really overextend throughout that. But the next fight here really went bad here, I think, for the Oligarchs, because it seems like despite their best efforts, like just kept diving in, and just heroes kept dying for the side of Oligarchs. I mean, the thing was that Western G had a lot of strength already from the get-go, and a lot of focus particularly was just paid to the bottom lane, I feel, by Western G for most of these first 5 to 10 minutes. You can see that they picked up, this was where they picked up a massive amount of kills here and pretty much secured the next Drake for themselves.
Right.
And yeah, by the time like the Rift Herald came out, they already tried to find another engagement in the bottom. The Braun just really had a very bad match this round, I have to say. Like all the while, like he was getting countered by either the Akali or the Lee Sin. It was just very rough round here for them, and Gragas as well. Oh my God, this was practically a 1v4. The only man trying to like stand alone here, but unfortunately, you can't win a 1v4.
Alright, man. Yeah. You saw that damage earlier by Akali. At this point, Akali is already very scary, man. Doing 1k damage on her crits. Man, that Akali is crazy. And look at those damages. Another triple kill by the Akali, and another kill right there. Legendary already. She's not even done yet. She gets a quadra kill after that, and that was the game.
Oh, it's just such a smooth transition from taking Baron, taking kills, and then just straight away walking into the base and takes Nexus. I mean, just so fast as she's in the right. Like I said, melting faster than an ice cube in the desert. So, with the replays done now, we're going to be taking a short break before we come back for our third game for today here at the Challenger Odyssey. If you want to sign up for more tournaments, because the Challenger Odyssey is running throughout this week, so we have more matches coming up later on from tomorrow onwards. So if you want to be a part of that, don't forget to drop into www.irl.asia and sign up now for the Challenger Odyssey. In any case, we're going to be taking a short break. My name is Victorkaxx. Joining me here is Leoric, and we'll be seeing you guys after.
The enemy team has slain the dragon. Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory. Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Challenger Odyssey featuring League of Legends Wild Rift. My name is Victorkaxx. Joining me here once again is Leoric, and we're entering our third game of today. This time around, it's going to be between OES and Western G again. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to be getting to see Western G twice now. So will they be able to keep that streak going though? It seems like it had a pretty good run since the last round there, because that was a pretty convincing victory they had over the Oligarchs. But now they're going to be facing a new challenger. And I actually have the bans as well, so I can actually read this out for you here. So this time around, Western G are banning the Olaf and the Corki, whereas OES, they're banning the Akali and the Orianna.
All right. Orianna is not going to be available, and Akali Corki is not going to be available, but the big guys will be. All right, Olaf is banned, right?
Yeah,
Olaf and Corki, right? So Olaf is not going to be available also. So, I think we're going to go for Alistair Braum this time. Gragas is going to be available. Those are going to be the common picks right here, most probably. So one more of a wombo combo fight this point on.
Yeah.
Lee Sin is available, so yeah, Lee Sin should be able to get in the lineup right there.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely leaves a lot of like heroes wide open here for them to pick. So I can't wait to see how the pick and bans are going to be proceeding here between both of these teams. But in any case, I'm curious to see what other teams as well are going to be joining us in this round 3 here, because do we have the brackets? Yes, we do. Producer has been thumbs up, so let's go ahead and check out what teams are through. So again, it was from starting from a round of 32, then we went to the round of 16. So these were the teams that we saw early on. Can we see like the next set of brackets here? Oh, I also should note that Finesse Phoenix actually had a walkover because Execration didn't actually take part in the fight. So
I see.
A bit of a shame there for them, but shame as well for the Phoenix because they didn't make it into the top 8 here. So we got Western G and OES eSports.
All right.
Yep, going up against each other. That's a match we're going to be checking out here. Then we also got Yappy and Friends and GOX Esports on the other side of the bracket. Then on the other end, we've got Stray Dogs and Synergy Esports. The main Synergy team has made it this far here into the quarterfinals. That's great to see from them. And finally, we have Stalwart Knights and Poke MY. I believe that is a Malaysian team, isn't it? Poke MY. So yeah, one Malaysian team, and pretty much the rest are all Filipinos. So whoever, I mean, I guess Philippines top one here right now in the Wild Rift at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Wild Rift is very big here. So many teams coming up. I can't even keep track of the good teams. There are a lot right now. Oh,
it must be so competitive over there in the Philippine scene. I just can only imagine the amount of new teams that must be popping in. I mean, that's always exciting. You know, it's always exciting whenever you have interest like this on a game, especially a game that's as new as Wild Rift. The potential, you know, for this to actually be huge, it's just there. All we need is just a little bit more support. So I guess, especially for you guys watching at home, if you haven't already downloaded Wild Rift, what are you waiting for? Haven't you enjoyed enough, you know, watching us cast this Challenger Odyssey for you guys?
True, man, true.
Yeah, so in any case, waiting for the first round of bans here. We still are in best of ones here. We're still keeping best of one all the way until grand finals. So that is pretty much the strategy for most of the teams here. Basically, is just go with the strongest like single game lineups here, and that's why we've been seeing so many like picks like Akali, Lee Sin, Olaf, and virtually all these are now banned out in this tournament, in this current round here. So let's go ahead and check out the picks here, because I can't wait to see what Western G will try to apply for this round now. Because like I said, OES, they banned out Akali and Orianna. Western G had banned out Olaf and Corki. So lots of options, I think, for both of these teams to pick as their lineup in this round.
And Western G are gonna go for the first pick. Again, Orianna is not gonna be available, so they're gonna go for the Aurelion Sol this time. Aurelion Sol, and there we go, big brothers right there. The Alistar and the Gragas are gonna come through. They're just hovering on it, but I will like the picks if they go for this. Let's see if they're gonna go for it.
I mean, they're considering it right now very, very hard. Oh no, they switched off to the Brawn and the Gragas. So
Big
yep.
Man Braum and Big Daddy Gragas are gonna be coming through. Right?
Practically, it's going to be like bears versus dragons here. On the on OES esports, representing bear culture at the moment with Braum and Gragas. Darius going to be picked up here to accompany Aurelion Sol.
I like the pick right now because Darius with the percentage bleed is going to be very good against the Braum and Gragas, and the ultimate of Darius is going to be very big against the Braum. Even if Braum has his shields up, the execute of the Darius is going to go through the Noxian Guillotine, is going to go through that armor, so that's going to be very good. That's a very good pick right here. So the brothers come through. Darius and Draven are going to be here in this game. Shaya is going to be the ADR of the OES right here, and they're going to go for the Twisted Fate for their mid.
Yeah, now I think like MoX is considering the Garen, looks like, but no, looks like they're going to switch off to Lulu instead. Yeah, they definitely need a good support there, and definitely Lulu should be able to fill that void pretty well. They are considering Lee Sin, yeah, hovering over that, but nope, they're going to be switching off to Vi instead. What do you think about this lineup though?
Vi is good. Vi can always go to the back lines easier than Lee Sin. So yeah, they want to get this Shaya at early part of the fight, because when Shaya sends out all her feathers, that's the CC that Shaya can do is gonna be something that can reverse the situation of the fight to the side of Shaya. So yeah, you can go to the Shaya right away at the back lines and then execute here from the back lines. It's gonna be easier for your team once Shaya goes down.
Interesting.
Kennen.
So, Kennen, last pick there for OES esports. Yeah, I think like lineup wise, like I said, I think like if they can keep that Xayah suppressed on their end, Western G might be able to pull off yet another series win here. But will OES actually do something? Or rather, will they have the lineup that's necessary here to try to beat the challenge of facing off against Western G? Because remember, like last round, Western G shows that they're still able to kind of like get a lot of value out of their fights, making sure they get control over like the Drakes. That was very, very crucial for their victory in that previous round. Can they do the same thing again this next round, or is OES got something a little bit coming from them? I'm getting a little bit of a signal here. What's that, Spider-Man?
Minions have spawned.
Spider-Man and I, yeah, on the same wavelength, right?
Boys and girls, welcome to Wild Rift, and we are seeing the the quarterfinals right now between West Gaming versus OES, and on the blue side it is Vi getting a healthy leash right here. That is always very good for the team. Also, Gragas is helping the enemy, the red side. Braum is helping the Gragas jungler right there with the leash. That is going to even things out with the clash at the bottom. It is Draven and Lulu. I like this lineup right here. Draven is always very strong in the early game. So let's see, I want to focus on this lane. If Draven can cash out early in the game, that is going to be something. But there's going to be a flash right here in the middle. That's flash followed by Captain Viru. It's not going to be on point, and TF will find an opening and he's out of there. Flash is wasted on the Vi. That will slow him down at this point of the game.
I mean, I'll tell you what, if Western G can successfully pull off something good here with the Aurelion Sol, I think that proves that even with nerfs, Aurelion could actually be viable in tournaments like this. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what the Western G will try to pull here, because again, Aurelion had a significant nerf in this current patch, so hence that's why you're not really seeing him so much in pubs. But maybe Beyond B might have a really good answer to how actually to apply this Aurelion Sol.
Fight. There's a fight here in the top part of the river, and Gragas is starting to go away, but Gragas is gonna be focused on, and that is first blood by Aurelion Sol and Western G. That is good fight by them.
Yeah, I mean, just like the previous round, the Gragas again is going to get really, really focused upon here, I think, by Western G. So nevertheless, let's see whether or not OES will be able to recover from this. It's still very early on in the game, like that. At least the Gragas is able to get back up to speed again. He's mostly jungling at this point, so his focus now is just making sure that he keeps taking the buffs here for his team and ensuring that he's able to rotate in just in time to try to defend. In the meantime, though, bottom lane looks like getting really crowded here. The Sculler is going to get picked up here by Biru. And he's going to be rotating down together with, actually he's going to be calling back, but Vi, I'll tell you, she's sticking around here in the river, so she's thinking about going for the gank. In fact, she's already making a boost now, so perhaps OES Esports may have to drop back into the turret, and yeah, they are close enough here to force Western G to kind of reconsider their move at the moment. So Vi just going to hang back a little bit and wait and see whether or not they will make the jump onto Draven, or if something else is going to be coming from them, from OES Esports.
Right. OES does have a ward right there where Vi was standing, so they were able to sniff out the rotation of the Vi. Good job so far. Relsol is gonna back away. The gold card is not gonna get the distance needed, and that is not gonna be used by the TF. So far, so good. It's still Western G on a 1-0 lead, 3 minutes in, but the Drake should be spawning soon, and that will be where the next action will most probably be.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and again, I'm probably showing a little bit of my ignorance here, but is warding only a thing that Wild Rift seems to show in the mobile MOBA space, or are there other games that have warding as a part of the core mechanic?
No, there's no warding in ML. So in League of Legends PC, one of the biggest factor in winning the game is really warding, and they really want to bring that essence of the fight in Wild Rift. So yeah, the warding mechanics here in this game is very good still.
Very important, actually, I would just say, because that gives so much information. Speaking of which, though, they definitely know that this Drake is getting taken now by OES Esports. Western G trying to find a way to fight, but the Braum is still holding the line here on the left-hand flank, and that's giving OES enough space here to keep things contained within the Drake. Beyond B, unfortunately, had to back off a little bit. He got focused upon very hard here from OES Esports, so he wasn't really able to play a factor. Now they're going to try to jump in, and yes, Western G actually stole the Mountain Dragon away from OES Esports, and now they can try to transition this into some more kills. Unfortunately, they lost Orion, so they managed to pick up one kill there. Actually, three kills, triple kill here for the Draven. 4 as well, actually, because the Kenneth that just got picked up as well. So just like that, even though OES Esports seemed like they had a good setup here to take that Drake, Western G suddenly came back strong there with Aurelion Soul.
Seems like OES really overdid the take on the Drake right there, and they were in a pretty bad position. They were pincered in the position, and that was a disaster for them from that point on. 5-1 on the board. Western G takes that fight and takes this early part of the game. They are now up 4K gold lead on the Western G side, and that is bad news from OES. They definitely have to come back strong at this point of the game, or else the snowball is going to start rolling over them.
Yeah, so the Rift Herald will be up very, very soon, and we already see OES Esports trying to position their Braum and the Gragas in the right place here to try to counteract any attempts by Western G to try to move in onto the Rift Herald first. But in any case now, the Braum is just going to be backing up his mid laner here for OES Esports, making sure that the lane stays alive, because for now the Draven and the Lulu has decided to rotate here and try to keep this lane pushed out. So they're trying to force OES to try to make that move first, but I think OES is a little bit skittish, especially having already lost quite a lot in that previous fight here. So I can understand why they're a little bit hesitant to try to jump onto it. But now Western G just takes initiative here to just take the Rift Herald just right under the noses. The Vi did just enough damage there in order to be able to take it. And now they're going to be transitioning this into a fight on the bottom jungle. BNB jumping in here together. Oh, it's going to get stunned off a little bit. That's giving them enough space for OES to peel off. And the recalls will be coming in. No kills here for Western G.
Kennen did go down at the top lane there. So there were 2 champions going up against the Kennen. But I want to see Darius right now. I mean Draven right now. Draven haven't died yet, and he has a few kills in under his name. So most probably he is already leading in the gold right here. And if that continues happening, Draven is going to be very scary at this point of the game. First turret at the top is going to go down. So that is, no, there's 2-1 on the turret count already. It is Western G in the lead in the turret count right now. So yeah, if there's a way for us to check out the itemization, that would really help. Let's see what Draven is gonna go for, especially right now that they're in the lead of the game. Draven most probably already has a very big itemization right here. And there it is. Draven at the top was already working on on the third item already for Draven, right? So
that's actually pretty good. Like, especially at 7 minutes now, that means the Draven could be really online. And I think a lot of credit also has to be given to the Lulu, because she's been accompanying the Draven through all these fights, giving him the buffs, giving him the survivability he needs in order to be that aggressive against OES Esports. And that seems to have worked out very well for Western G. They're going for another take here on the turret. That's going to jump. They're going to be trying to get force another fight here. OES Esports, can they hold on though? The turret has been taken down, so there's no need to dive here. But the thing is, they're going to be going straight through. They taken down the Braum, they take down another here, as well as the Gragas. Man, oh man, OES Esports losing way too many heroes here on the bottom lane. And now with the Rip Herald engaged as well, with the creep line already pushed up, they could be potentially taking another turret here if OES isn't able to bring up a good defensive response. But yeah, I think they're going to clear out the site. The turret will be taken down, and just like that, Western G very much far ahead here with 4 turrets already on the board for them.
Alright, a 12k gold lead on the side of Western G. That Draven free hits, and that is costing Red Team OES a lot as as Western G takes the Infernal Drake with no contest at all. Vi is gonna be caught right here. Nope, he is gonna find the next hit, and she gets out of there with no punish. Western G gets 2 Drakes already under their in their pockets, and that is gonna be very scary considering that Draven is already well farmed right here. So let's see what more damage that Draven can do right now. There's gonna be a fight here in the middle right now. Draven, Vi is gonna go for the backline. CF already melting right here. Oh, the Aerosol's ultimate right there is kind of late, but still it does the job right there. It is gonna be an ace. OES Esports, the Lannister sends their regards. They got erased in the map, and it is Western G taking this game. They're not done yet. They will push this mid turret.
Wow, could we be seeing like a game done within like 15 minutes? I mean, at this rate right now, especially with the Draven being so farmed and so strong now. I mean, that death ball was just insane there from Western G, because they just walked over and OES just kept dying all throughout. Oh man, now the Baron will be spawning in a few moments, and Western G are already in the perfect position here, because right now OES is so scared to even face off against that Draven. He's so strong. They need to try to focus down on something. Could they try to like take down a Lulu? Would that actually help them in fighting that Draven? Because it seems like the rest of Western G is just banking on, or rather just gathering around that Draven, just using him as the tip of the spear, so to speak, to pull off all these attacks.
Look at Draven's items, man. That is scary. We just saw a glimpse of the itemization earlier. We can see that again and we can review it. That Draven is far ahead in this game, and that's very scary, right? To the comments, I saw Appease Zubs. All right, please shout my name. There you go, man. Appease Zubs, shout out to you. Right. Western G already up. How much? That's big. I know 48k is bigger than 32k, so yeah, that's gonna be 14k
Simple maths.
lead. Am I right?
Yeah, quick maths. That's on point, especially for a financial advisor. That's exactly what I expect from you, Leoric. Oh well, any case now, they're trying their best here to try to contest this Baron, but it looks like it might be their downfall, because jumping straight in is Kapit Biru. He's going to try to keep the line here as keep some space, attempting to try to go for the steal. Red team actually did it. They managed to steal Baron Nashor away from Western G, but now Western G can come in for some revenge here. They're already taking down Gragas. Can they get another one? Yes, they do. They take down another here. The Twist of Fate is also out for the count, and a Radiant Soul getting a rampage here. Who said that the A Soul is dead? It looks like this patch hasn't really quite affected Byumbi's. Oh well, that's Caster's curse for you. Radiant Soul dying just as I was hyping him up.
And that's okay, man. You take our Baron, that makes us mad. We'll take your Nexus. It is Western G, a 12-minute GG, I believe so. That was a fast game, and Western G showing OES eSports how it is done in the Challenger Odyssey. They are gonna go to the next round.
Wow, like that was so fast. Was it like under 15 minutes? Because it just felt like from the get-go, once Draven came online, it seemed like it wasn't even a fair fight at all there for OES Esports. Such a shame though, because I was expecting that they were at least be able to keep some of these fights quite even, but I think Western G is just showing that right now they could be potentially one of the favorites to reach the grand finals here, and that's great to see, especially for a team that really, before this, I haven't gotten any impressions at all about them, but given what we're seeing here, I think they really have the potential to go very far.
Yeah, I want to see them in the finals. Let's see what Western G has under their pockets. I know they're still hiding their true potential. I want to see that in the finals later. So hopefully they can get over one more team and see you in the finals, Western G, if ever that happens.
Yeah, so let's check out the post-game scores because, like I said, like you were saying, I just want to see what was the itemization for Draven in that last round there. Look at that. Man.
14K. The lead of Draven is almost doubled the gold of Draven. Look at the ADR of the OES side, just 8K in the form, while Draven had 14K.
Wow.
So yeah, that's almost doubled, right? 80% more.
Not even close. Like, man, it just goes to show, like, with the right application of hero timings and perfect execution on, like, and synergy as well between that Draven and the Lulu. Oh, it's just not even close at all between these two teams. So one-sided here. I mean, look at that. They can't even get any 4 slots out on the OES side. This just goes to show how dominant Western G had been in the laning phase. And Aurelion Sol taking the MVP. This could be a little bit of a swan song here for the hero, because but I mean, that's still a very impressive performance here for BNB.
Yes, man. Look at the itemization. Shaya only got the tier 1 boots. Also, the cannon. That tells you that. That tells you how far off Western G is in this game, man.
Yeah, like I said, like now they are kind of like my favorites at the moment, given that the strength they've shown here in these best of 1 rounds. Just really curious to see what they can try to do in the best of 3, because like their lineup here is completely fresh compared to what they played in the previous round. So that kind of tells me that they have that flexibility necessary to actually fight in the best of 3. So I can't wait. I really can't wait to see how they will perform in a 3 series format. So in any case, I think we should be seeing some highlights very soon. So hopefully we'll be able to show you guys again to recap a little bit. But really, I think it's just going to be a highlight reel of showing how Western G and the Aurelion Sol and Draven pretty much dominated the whole round. Let's go ahead and jump right into the replays now and let's see what we can analyze from this.
That was the first blood right there. Big Daddy Gragas not liking every minute of the game. First blood on Gragas, and that was basically it from that point of the game on. There's a big clash right here. Kennen dealing so much damage with the ultimate, but that wasn't enough. Follow-up is just not there. The grab from the Darius is not gonna hit, but Kennen will melt from the burn right there. I believe that was from the red buff burn right there. And here's another chase right here.
Yeah, just skipping ahead a little bit of the slowdown as well, just to show you some cool slow-mo effects, I suppose. But yeah, they took down the turret, and that just opened up the floodgates here for Draven to just roll in, pick up the kills, and Aurelion Sol also getting in on the action too, and Vi picking up the kill on the Gragas. That's kind of a little bit of a consolation prize for her, I suppose, for showing up a bit late to that fight. But boom, there we go. This was another massive fight here for Western G, because they used that death ball here to perfection. Look at the amount of buffs that's just on that one hero there, man. I mean, that's just so sick here. Such a sick play here from Western G. Absolute dominance.
Yeah, this was the steal right here. They were successful in stealing the Baron right here. This is a Vi in a bad spot, will flash away. Good ultimate by the Kennen that opened up the steal for them. TF gets the Baron, but here comes the revenge. Right. Western
like,
G got mad. Yeah, man.
yeah. I mean, just like that, like even though OES stole the Baron buff, they could not survive the counter attack here from Western G, and pretty much with no one left on the map here, OES completely deleted. Nothing stood in the way for Western G. Just walk up to the base and take down the Nexus. So, well, perfect execution, I have to say, for Western G and their lineup. I mean, well done, man. I mean, I just, like I said, I'm really excited to see how they will perform in the best of 3 series, because given that they did run very distinctly very flexible lineup here on their team, that really gives them a lot of potential to go very far. So yeah, so that's it. Now we are going to be going to our semifinals later on after the break, but before we do that, I'd like to remind you guys that this event is brought to you by IRL Asia in partnership with Homie, and it's sponsored by Inch Theory and co-sponsored by Fengcha and PayX. My name is Victorkaxx, joining me here is Leoric, and we'll be seeing you guys after the break, so don't go away, as a Challenger Odyssey will be back after these messages.
Good job, Western.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory. Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory. Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on further study options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skills, vocational skills, art skills, soft skills, any type of skills. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will involved. Want to know more? Join us at
Hey, I'm Noisy Boy, also known as Jay. Tonight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go game! Actually, sebenarnya saya minat dalam bidang e-sports sejak zaman CSGO. Korang mesti pernah dengar zaman CSGO kan? Yes, time tu kita orang main dengan kawan-kawan. So, much later, Mobile Legends pula yang keluar. Mobile Legends was way more fun. It's a short game, interesting, it's best played with friends, and it's a mobile game. Siapa tak nak main? Main je lah. Yes, so kita orang main Mobile Legends, we played in tournaments. Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in EGG Network. Yes, EGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining EGG Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So, that's where I stopped EGG and I started working in IRL. Currently, I am in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer, as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends, but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory. Yes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on further study options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has different ideas. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will evolve. Want to know more? Join us at
Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Heyo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Challenger Odyssey featuring League of Legends Wild Rift. My name is Victorkaxx. Joining me here from all the way in the Philippines is Leoric, and we're going to be jumping into semi-finals now. This time it's going to be Synergy Esports versus Arepa. So Synergy Esports, like I said, they are a really strong team, and I'm thinking that this is actually, I think, the main team for Synergy. So I think they'll be looking to get some revenge for one of their sister teams who got knocked out in that first round. So hopefully we'll be seeing some action from them in that case. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me clearly? Yeah.
Yep,
All good then.
I can hear you.
All good. Yeah.
All right, Synergy and Arepa right now, both Filipino teams. I've covered these teams quite a while already, so I think we're gonna have fireworks this evening with this round. This is the semifinals round, right? Or
Yes.
This is the semifinals already. Whoever wins this is gonna get a spot in our grand finals later on. So they have to bring their A game. This is the best time to bring their A game right now.
Yeah, so I'd like to give a quick shout out to our amazing commenters here on Facebook though, because they've been like asking for shout outs all day long over here. So shout out here to Apis Zooks, like he's been active since the first game, and glad to see that he's also watching us here yet again for the semifinals. Shout out as well to Peniel, Jesrun Pamameswaran. And as well as Muhammad Nizam Amran. These guys are showing us so much love here. Peniel just says that we're the best casters in town. So, well, thank you guys so much for that. I'll take that as a big compliment here from you. And
Thanks, Muhammad, for the stars, man.
Oh yeah, amazing. Thank you guys so much for supporting this stream over here. Don't forget to follow us, because we are streaming this live not just on Facebook, we are also live on YouTube, and we are also live on Twitch. So go ahead and check out. We're all on those platforms there, so just give us a follow there so you'll be notified whenever live streams like these come up. Shout out as well to some of our some of the viewers who are just joining the stream here. We got Cielo Venagua rooting for Synergy, Joss Pint as well, fan of Synergy here. Do we have any love here for Synergy, for Arepa? Yep, I see Muhammad Noshakir is giving us a little bit of love for Arepa. He's saying they're the best PH team. Do you agree with that statement though, Leoric?
Soon, maybe, who knows there. Right now, there are power rankings already available on best Philippine teams. I can't say the levels for Synergy just yet. They need more exposure and maybe more participation in future tournaments so that we can add them in the ranks. But definitely one of the rising stars in the country right now.
Speaking of like taking part in tournaments, do you guys know at home that Challenger Odyssey is going on throughout this week? In fact, there are links inside the chat here if you want to join in the upcoming editions of the Challenger Odyssey. We still got Wild Rift tournaments on tomorrow, day after, and the day after as well. So plenty of chances for you guys to try to join in. Again, remember this tournament is free and you do get the chance to win a cut of the prize pool of 172 ringgit, 2,000 pesos for those of you who are in the Philippines there. And it's free money. It's free money. If you can get into the semifinals, you're guaranteed at least 18 ringgit. So I think that's quite a good deal here, especially we're just getting a nice little win streak here in this tournament. That's very much worth it, I feel.
True. Definitely. So, Synergy Esports, I know they are a wombo combo type of team. I'm not really sure if they're gonna go for that at this round. It will greatly depend on the bans right now. So is Groot telling you that there's bans already available?
Actually, he said I am Groot, which that actually does mean that we're going to be going to brackets first, I think. So let's go ahead and check out who else will be joining us in the semifinals. Again, reminding you guys that we started from the round of 32, we filtered down to the top 16, then to the top 8, and these are your semi-finalists here. Western G, again, very dominant series they had over OES Esports in that quarterfinal, so well done to them. But this time, they're going up against the Titans, I feel, that Yappy and friends have been, because they've made their way to this point here, so you know that they're going to be very, very strong, especially given their first round performance. So Yappy and friends, they beat GOX Esports in order to get to this stage here, so sad there for GOX Esports. In the meantime, on the other side of the brackets there, Synergy Esports, they beat Stray Dogs in order to earn this spot here alongside Arepa, who beat the Stalwart Knights in the round of 8. And those are our semi-finalists. All 4 of these teams here are already guaranteed a cash prize here just for making it this far. But now the question is, how much more can they earn? Because the top prize of 88 ringgit is the goal here for all 4 of these teams. And now the question is, who is going to be able to pick that, get that main grand prize?
Right, true, man. It's important to remember semifinals is just best of one. So yeah, you have to bring your A game, even if this is just a best of one game, so that you can get to the finals round. One more win and you are gonna go to the finals. So do your best, Synergy Esports and Arepa. I know these teams. Hopefully, each one of these teams is already able to light up the evening for you guys. When then they go up against each other, we are guaranteed fireworks right now. Let's see if what we are going to be seeing right here on the bans. We have bans already, Victor?
Yes, we do actually. So Synergy has decided to ban out Aurelian Sol and Oriana, whereas Arepa has banned out Akali and Yasuo. And on that note, let's go ahead and jump into the picks now, because that is ready. Both of the teams are selecting the heroes. Let's go ahead and jump straight in and see what the picks are going to be. Are you already predicting Braum straight out of the bat?
I mean, Braum is available. Braum, always a very good first pick for your team, maybe, if ever. Just so you're guaranteed a very strong support and a good playmaker right here. But they're gonna go for the Corki. Wukong is gonna be the selected answer right here for the Corki. That's a good pick right there with the Camille as the Baron laner. Let's see who Synergy is gonna go for next.
Yeah, so they have 2 more picks to go here. I mean, again, like with it seems like a lot of these bans are just based upon like what heroes were strong in the previous rounds. Because again, Aurelion Sol had a really good run there with Western G in that previous quarterfinals. So I'm wondering if like Synergy has been watching us all this while and just taking notes, you know, especially seeing. Just getting some information about some of the teams that are taking part in this edition of the Challenger Odyssey. So we do see Ezreal and Vi has been picked up here by Synergy Esports, so that leaves 2 more picks here for Arepa to go with. Are they going to be going for the Misfortune and Twist of Fate? Well, the locked in TF. And
Alistar?
Yeah.
I think Alistar's gonna be the pick right here. Ezreal, Vi, Alistar, most probably, can't be sure, but Janna, that's interesting. They're hovering over the Janna or Arepa Esports right here. So I think this is going to be an Alistar pick. I could be wrong, but Alistar will be a very good addition to this lineup, especially they don't have a tanky champion there. This Alistar is going to be the pick right here for Synergy Esports. Gragas is going to add up to the meat, to the beef in front of their team comp. So I like this from Synergy Esports so far. Arepa doesn't have a tank right now, so Braum is good option. I don't know how they are gonna be doing this in the late game. If they're gonna go for the Janna, they don't want this game to go into the late game, so they have to go aggressive. And Camille and Wukong is an aggressive champion, so that can work for them. Let's see. So they're gonna go for a Janna. And what do you think about who do you pick right here, Victor?
Well, I mean, again, like the winning condition for Arepa pretty much is just early game aggression, right? So given that this is the best of one, I feel like they are trying to still run that same sort of like strategy that will work well for like the early rounds of the bracket. But going into this now, because like Synergy, like I said, they have a really good pick here in the Alistar, and they have the tankiness on the Gragas. So the thing is, it is going to be very tough. But I feel that if Arepa could pull it off, I think they will be my favorite though, because if you're going in like no tanks, that's pretty much a YOLO strat in my opinion, because no tanks means that you have to be really on point with your combinations, the synergy between your heroes, but communication as well. So if they're that confident to go with such a pick, going into especially this like semi-finals here, top 4 teams in this bracket, I think that just goes to show that they have a lot of confidence that they are going to be able to make it through.
Sure. Yeah, the Gragas pick, I think the Gragas pick was really to counter the aggression of Arepa right here. Wukong can always go in, but Gragas can push him away and avoid further damage right there. So I think, yeah, Synergy, that's the theory. I don't know if they can execute that right now. It all will boil down in the game. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our semifinals round. Welcome to Wild Rift as we look at Synergy Esports go up against Arepa Esports right here. Early game, it is going to be a pretty safe early game. No, Corki will have to flash away in the mid. We weren't able to see that so bad. But yeah, I think Corki's flash was used right there. Yeah, you can see that on the cooldown. Good job by Arepa early in this game, burning the Corki flash. The Wukong can always swoop in later, and Corki will not have any escape mechanisms after that. So that's good win early in this part. No score so far, but then again, that flash burn is going to be something later on. Let's see if Arepa can capitalize with that win.
Yeah, so now maneuvering here, it's going to be the cow, as you say. I'm just going to call it the cow from now on. It's just such a mean name. I just love it. But yeah, bottom lane here looking pretty stacked so far. But yeah, I think in the mid though, that Twisted Fate has to be going to be laning up against Corki. So again, he's really banking on the Wukong to kind of like initiate some of the ganks here, which as he does, like the monkey can be really annoying here, especially during this laning phase. And I also like to point out, I just love the fact that These Nuts is just playing Gragas. Perfect kind of name for a perfect hero.
Yeah, there's an unwritten rule here in the Philippines there, where if you play Alistar and you're gonna play, there's gonna be a fight right here in the mid. They are gonna go for this Corki, and that's what I told you earlier. That flash burn is a win, and there it is. First blood on the Corki. It is gonna be Janna who takes the first blood, but good job by Arepa Esports taking it in this early part of the game. What a first blood take right there.
I mean, it's like full commitment on there, but that's the thing. Like Corki should know that like that gang was gonna come sooner or later. It's just surprising that Synergy Esports didn't really have a setup here to kind of back him up in that lane. But then again, space was created as the rest of the lanes now trying. Looks like Arepa is trying to take opportunity now to try to extend a little bit more of a push here. It looks like Janna is going to be making a move now to mid. Are they setting up another gank here onto the Corki though, or is just scouting out the jungle trying to see where the Vi is, because Vi now is rejoining with the Corki, and yeah, that Corki definitely needs some backup here, otherwise that mid lane here could be in danger of being overrun by Arepa early on. In the meantime though, that's going to be the Gragas jumped on upon. It's a 1v3. He managed to bounce him all the way to the turret, but is that going to be enough to keep him alive? No, it is not, because Camille just goes ahead, swoops in and picks up the kill. And that actually leaves the door wide open now for them to take this tier 1 turret. In the meantime though, Synergy tries to go for a bit of a counter attack as the lane is already being pushed up to the bottom here. Tries to go for the jump on Fouls, but isn't able to deal any stuns or damage at this point. He doesn't quite have the strength, I think, in order to be able to push them all the way in. But still, they need to be able to set up a good defensive line here, because cannot risk losing 2 lanes at once, especially when we see Arepa already trying to find a way to take the initiative early on in this game.
Yeah, at the top, a good aggression by Arepa right there, but they lost the Wukong at that point, so that was overdone by the Wukong. So that with that, Synergy Esports are on the board 1-2 right now. Resets are coming in because in the next 10 seconds of the game, the first Drake will be spawning. Corki will take his package right here, and that will be a very important power spike red team Arepa will have to consider in taking this Drake right now. Drake is going to be Infernal Drake, so this is very high up on the hierarchy of importance, and there it is. Red team will want to take this while Corki hasn't arrived just yet. Are they going to be doing it on time? 2k, 1k, MF will send out the ultimate right there, but good push by the Alistar. It is going to be red team who gets the Infernal Drake out of the game, but MF does go down because of that, and it is going to be messy at this point on. Corki gets a double kill right there. Ezreal will go down also, but Arepa is in shambles right now. The TF is going to go down with the burn, and that is a triple kill on the Corki. Synergy Esports showing you how to get back into this game. 5-3 on the board. They do lose the Drake, but they take the fight.
Yeah, and what a fight it was, because it looked like Arepa was going to be able to take the Drake pretty easy, but then again, Synergy Esports are not going to let them go away scot-free. So well done their end. Even though they lost the Drake, at least this slight lead here will give Arepa something to think about before they go for the next push and perhaps even the next gank. So Corki now is going to recall back at least Gragas now to try to hold the line here in the mid lane. The thing is that Arepa really wants to try to transition this Drake take into a natural push, but it seems like they're not going to be drawing out any aggression here from Synergy Esports. In fact, both heroes in the mid lane will be falling back here. They want to try to stabilize this fight here and hopefully try to get themselves back up to speed before that Rift Herald comes up, because it is coming in the next 25 seconds.
Yeah, man. So it is going to be a farming game at this point on position plays on the Rift Herald. Alistar is already there. Janna is going to meet up with the Alistar. Let's see who creates the plays right here. Gragas will not be able to join the fight because, again, the Camille split push pressure is already present right here. And again, Gragas is going to be very important for the blue team right here to really counter the wombo combo potential of the red side. So Camille's doing a good job right here, but Camille is going to try to join the mid right here. It is Corki is going to be met here in the middle, and that Corki is in trouble. He is going to crash down, and that is an opening by the red side. Shutdown on the Corki. Next up is going to be the Gragas. Big Daddy Gragas will be beefy enough to get that fight, but re-engage of the Corki, of the Wukong is going to be good right here. Ezreal sends out his ultimate. Wukong is in trouble. MF sends an ultimate right there. What a fight so far by the red team. Somehow Wukong is still alive, and they will get out from that fight. It is going to be red team who comes on top of that, but no take on the Rift Herald.
Yeah, not quite yet, but really that is job done pretty much with that fight, because at least if they can deny Arepa an easy take on the Rift Herald, that is pretty much going to keep this place a good point of contention. So Synergy Esports now will start initiating onto that Rift Herald, and we do see that Arepa are thinking about trying to go for the counter attack, but Wu Yiming and responding very quickly there. Blue team aren't going to be able to pick up the Rip Herald, and now they transition that to a kill onto the TF. Can they can find some more though? Because Arepa pulling back, they might just find one more. Yep, they got one there, but they need to take him out before the revive comes out in full. Venality is going to try his best to get out of the way, but Gragas is keeping on it. Oh, actually, Gragas is in the fountain there. It's Vi actually who jumps in and picks up that next kill there. Arepa, unfortunately, now 3 kills behind. Can they find some trace though? Because it looks like Synergy have found another target on the list, and they do pick up the Camille, and that's just going to further add to Arepa's woes.
Oh no, Arepa gets nothing at all. 3 champions down for nothing, and they do not even get the Rift Herald for it. That's 8-4 on the board. Synergy are on top, 7 minutes and 51 seconds in this game.
Ooh, I mean, that's just going to be really a real tough pill to swallow here, but I think the good news for Arepa though is that Synergy is only about 2k ahead, so in terms of their farm, Arepa at least are keeping things balanced here on their end. The thing is, they need to try to find and win some more of these fights, and the trouble is, I think Synergy knows, rather they've been very much on point here, responding to whatever Arepa tries to throw at them. Now it looks like Synergy are going to be trying to take this Ocean Drake. It looks like they're not going to contest it too much here, though Arepa they are in a position to try to go for a pincer, but the thing is, the Drake has already been taken. Now Synergy eSports waste no time in trying to invade the bottom lane. Arepa now scattering here, trying to prevent more kills from going their end, but unfortunately they managed to catch one straggler. That's the TF getting picked off there, and man, oh man, Synergy are going to continue their dominance here by taking this tier 1 turret on bot. So what can Arepa do in this case though, because right now Synergy eSports are in danger of just basically walking all over them in the team fights from this point on.
It's interesting to see. I was looking at the TF ultimate earlier. He went for the turret instead, but Arepa did get the first turret of the game, but at what cost? It cost them the Drake. Now first turret, maybe the second turret right here. 11-4 on the board, and we are seeing Synergy eSports starting to pull ahead in this game. 11-4 with a 4k gold lead. 1 turret each team. Red team did get the first turret of the game, but that cannot be enough. It would have been best if they tried to contest the Drake instead, but that wasn't the case. It is what it is. It is Synergy eSports on top of this game.
Yeah, Wukong now just trying to keep his farm out to par, so he's going to be jungling a lot from this stage on, because they need the strength of the Wukong to really play a factor in these team fights. He was supposed to be the one to try to set up ganks here in the early game, but I feel that window has kind of slid by them, because with Synergy eSports being this strong, they could kind of like take control of a lot of these fights from here on. So Arepa really needs to find some sort of opening, or at least catch someone a little bit off guard here from Synergy eSports, and hopefully transition one take into another big fight here, because they really are starved for kills at the moment. 4k lead in the net worth right now for Synergy eSports because of the amount of wins they've been having so far in these team fights, and with the Baron Nashor already spawned, no one's going to be going on there yet. Though we do see Internet eSports already invading the top side jungle, so what will Misfortune and Wukong try to do in response to this though, because they cannot afford to let Synergy eSports take control of this game here. Rather, they shouldn't allow Synergy eSports to have so much control over the map.
Good job so far by Synergy right here. These Nuts is tracking down the Camille split push, and Camille is not getting any success on the push right there. TF is going to scan. We cast the ultimate right there to scan where everyone is, and they know now where the blue side is, but they will not be able to do anything about that information just now. Baron is already available right here. Hefty will try. Hefty right here will try to set up for a death bush, maybe initiate at the flank side, but he is not going to spot anyone right here. Gragas is still here at the bottom, still wary of this Camille split push. They are not giving Arepa any room at all to get back into this game. Synergy eSports, well played so far.
Yeah, I mean, again, like by taking down the tier 1 turret and having already taken down the top tier 1 turret, that means there's no turret support at all for Arepa, and that could be the cue now for Synergy to try to go for the jump. Ooh, that's a nice little double stun, but can they gain the fallout though? The heals are coming in very strongly for Arepa. That's keeping them alive for a little bit. The thing is, they're gonna have to concede some ground, but here comes the cavalry though. But it seems like, unfortunately, it gets stormed just as Synergy eSports turns around to try to bring the fight. So unfortunately now they're gonna have to fall back and lose the Wukong in the process. this though. Waz is trying his best to stay alive in the match, but unfortunately he's caught in a really bad position. Though Arepa moves in just in time to force Synergy eSports off of their turret, but is that going to be enough to keep it alive? I don't think so though. But in any case, they'll continue to chase. They manage to pick up one. That revive is going to be coming in through, but the thing is that the rest of Synergy are able to peel back, so they are able to cut their losses despite the fact they didn't really win that fight there. But I feel that that is still quite a lot of damage done here to Arepa's lane.
Alright, it's just Synergy right now flexing onto Arepa, man. Those those fights are kind of unnecessary. Those dives were not necessary at all. They lost some champion, but they are still in control of this game. They're up 6k, and here it is. The first Drake, the Drake though, is gonna be taken by Arepa, and that is something that might be something that Arepa needs to get back into this game. Wukong is gonna be initiated on by these nuts. Wukong will be stunned. Let's see what happens right there. Wukong will be able to blast Cone out, and he is out of trouble right there. Red team will still have a very high mountain to climb at this point of the game. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, the thing is that, you know, Wukong's strength pretty much is trying, it really is whenever fight get really spread out and chaotic. And the thing is that Synergy Esports, you know, their lineup keeps these fights so tight together that it makes it very hard for Arepa to try to focus down and target individual heroes, because literally there always be another member of Synergy to kind of back the teammate up. So this just makes it so hard for Arepa to really find the combination they need in order to counteract Synergy's lineup. So at the moment though, Synergy again doing so well to maintain that control, not just over the game but also over the map. They're just making sure that wherever they go, like Arepa just basically scatters, because they're kind of afraid to try to meet them one-on-one, especially when they don't have any advantage on their end. I mean, just a Cloud Drake alone isn't going to be enough here, given that Synergy's already gotten a couple of Drakes of their own.
True, definitely. But good job right here by Arepa. Somehow they have stopped the bleeding. The gold lead stuck at 6k. It's not yet getting bigger right now. In fact, it is now 5k. So somehow the lead is dwindling down slowly but surely onto the Arepa side. But there is still so many tasks to do at this point. Camille is still not being able to split push right here. Good job by the Gragas so far. But somehow that Gragas with away from the fight is somehow slowing Synergy Esports down. At this point, Arepa will have to try to extend the game so that they can buy more options into the later part of the game. At the top, there's going to be a clash right here. No, it is just going to be a trade for the Wukong. Wukong is going to be able to get out, but this is falling get out. This is getting better and better for Arepa right now. Look at the gold lead. We just were at 5k earlier. Now it's just down to 4k, barely 5k. So this is so far so good by Arepa. Let's see if they can still dwindle this down further and they can come back into this game.
As long as they can keep that farm going, right? The trouble is that Synergy constantly keeps invading their topside jungle, so that's something that Arepa always had to keep an eye on. So hopefully the wards are going to be enough here for the red team in order to spot out these movements. But the thing is that Wukong's going to get focused upon here by the big cow. Ooh, that's a spool dose if I ever seen one there. Wukong is out for the count by Arepa, now trying to respond here to get the trade. But the thing is, they're being forced to scatter. It's the Gragas is able to put up a good front line here in the back of the fight, and that is pretty much enough space created here for Synergy Esports to start initiating onto the Baron. Arepa now getting in position to try to counteract this, but we do see the Bull just shoving people out of the way here, keeping them off of that Baron pit, and just giving Synergy enough speed. Oh, he's gonna try. He tried his best move here, jumps in, but it might be a little bit too early though, unfortunately, because that just enables Synergy to pick up another kill here. Even though the Baron's not taken down, it looks like Synergy is gonna try to scatter here as Arepa continues to try to bring the fight to them. Wads jumps right in the middle here. Is able to slip by, barely gets by there, couldn't quite get the kill onto Corki though. That might be a bit sad here, but Synergy, they still have 4 men up, but they're going to be recalling back. They're not going to continue this take onto Baron Nashor.
Alright, well, mission accomplished by Arepa. So far, they stopped the Baron push right there, and they get a turret after that fight. They did lose champions, but look at the gold, man. It is still 6k onto the side of Synergy after that fight. So Synergy was able to get a little bit of space after that fight. Good job by them. That is what they are doing right now. They can bait out the Baron because they know that if ever they take the Baron, it is going to be very damaging for Arepa. Arepa will have no choice but to try to contest this, and that will be their opening, pulling everyone away from their defenses. This Arepa will have to be careful from those baits, and there it is. It's happening already again right now. They're baiting Arepa out of the base with this dragon threat right here, and they're setting up a death bush right here with the Alistar. Good job by Arepa sniffing this out. They're not gonna go in aggressive at this point.
Yeah, don't take the bait, man. I mean, especially at this point when you're keeping things, doing so well to keep things even, you know, in terms of net worth as well as like the kills. But the thing is that all it takes is one mistake here from the red team, and the Synergy Esports will basically walk all over them. So they have to play the cards very right. And the fact is that there's not a lot of cards on their hands right now, given that Synergy Esports are looking pretty set here to try to take this next Drake. They're still lurking around here. The presence of the Synergy Esports in the river is very much known here to Arepa, so they're struggling to try to find an opening because Synergy keeping themselves so close together. Could be potential for them trying to get a jump onto the Gragas here, but Gragas getting stunned. Mawat's going to try to do his best here to keep him blasted down. What is the rest of Arepa doing though? They're going on straight onto the rest of Synergy Esports. Can get some damage done here? They seem to be melting down quite a bit. Now they're going to be jumping onto the Drake. Red team does pick it up though, so Arepa at least has another Drake to the name, and they're going to try to use this here against Synergy Esports. They are doing it. They have picked up 2 heroes so far, 3 heroes now. Can they find some more though? No, Arepa, they're going to be able to win that fight as Synergy Esports have healed back, and that's going to give some initiative here for Arepa to start pushing down those turrets.
Oh man, it needed a mistake from Team Synergy to be the spark that starts the fire going, but man, did Arepa light it up with that team fight, and all of a sudden we have a game right here. Arepa is doing it right now. They are knocking onto the Nexus. Nexus is already very low. Are they going to be able to do this? What a comeback if this will happen, and there it is. Arepa Esports takes the wins out of the Synergy Esports. What a fight, what a comeback. Well played, Arepa Esports.
Let's go, Arepa. Wow, what a comeback there. I did not expect that at all. Given how strong Synergy was throughout the early stages of this game, you would think that Arepa would be struggling to find a comeback potential, but who knew? Just one good fight and one really big mistake here from this Synergy, allowing those kills to come through, basically opened the doors for Arepa to suddenly sweep their way into the grand finals. Well done, boys.
Was expecting to come back, man, but yeah. If you don't like that, you don't like Wild Rift at all, man.
That's the thing about mobile MOBAs, right? Like this, if that's the thing, you have to be very, very like on point, you know, especially in the best of 1 series like these, because simply the momentum shifts so drastic compared to other mobile games, and that's just a consequence of mobile MOBAs generally being a lot shorter in terms of their game time. Let's go ahead and check out the post-game stats here, because I'm really curious to see like what was Arepa's kind of like cards, I think, that they were holding all the way to the final bit. MVP goes to the Janna. That's an interesting one.
Right. Janna not dying in that game was very big for them, and Janna just kept them alive in the fight. The controls of Janna, the ultimates of Janna were big to really sustain the team for them to reverse the fights into their favor. So yeah, I would say Janna is the MVP of that game, really, man.
Yeah, very well done here to Arepa. I mean, who would have thought that just a comeback like this is possible? But then again, this is Wild Rift, man. I mean, comebacks like this are the name of the game here, and it just goes to show that even if you're finding yourself behind, just by keeping your farm going and just having the motivation to keep coming back into these fights, even when you're losing. It just goes to show that by never giving up, Arepa has now secured themselves a slot into the grand finals. And in fact, I do have a little bit of breaking news as well, because Western G has actually also won their semi-final fight, and they will be joining Arepa in the grand finals later on.
All right, that's interesting to see. I want to see that, man. I want to see that. Well, man, Arepa has to be careful, right? They were somehow lucky in that game. They just found a sliver of hope right there in that game and took it, and it turned the favor to their side. But they have to avoid that kind of game in the finals if they really want to get the championship. So somehow I would say they got lucky. The gaming gods were on their sides that game. But they have to do it better here against Western Gaming, because we saw how good Western Gaming also is.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be sending a lot of offerings to the gaming gods now, because they're going to need all the support they can get in order to really meet the challenge of facing off Western G here in the best of 3 grand finals. In fact, I'm seeing, like, even in the chat, people are so excited to see that comeback coming in here from Arepa. Shout out to Michelangelo Panefiel, saying good game, well played indeed. Yeah, to Arepa. Keith Yabut seems to be one of Arepa's strongest cheerleaders here, because he's saying let's go all the way throughout their comeback round there. But man, what a great round it is. Let's go ahead and check out the highlights, and let's see if we can break down a little bit how exactly Arepa pulled off this comeback here, because that really surprised me, given how much they struggled in this early game.
Sure, man. Here it is. This is the first blood right here on a Corki. Corki goes down on the side of Synergy. At the top, this is a good gank on the Gragas, but Wukong did die on this process, so that was Synergy's opportunity to get some gold on their side. Infernal Drake is going to be taken right here by the blue side. No, it's going to be red side who take this. Arepa so far with the Infernal Drake, that served them a lot in the later part of the game. This is going to be the fight though. They are going to be punished by Synergy right here, and at this point it was Synergy from this point of the game. There's TF right there, is going to be killed. That's going to be a triple kill by the Corki, and yeah, just like that. The thing is that the pattern pretty much seems like Synergy Esports was going to continue to control and set the tempo for a lot of these fights to come. And in fact, with the pickoffs that have been happening throughout, they managed to get like twice the amount of kills that Arepa had by the time it got to mid game. So this was another here when Herald, when they try to go under the Rift Herald, so Synergy Esports picked that really handily, and also managed to push off Arepa, who attempted to try to contest it at the last moment, but didn't quite work out well for them, because they lost not just TF, but also I think Vanicity, he tried to run away after the fight kind of broke out, but met his end at the hands of Vi in that instance. So pretty much from that point on, it looked like Synergy Esports was set to continue to control the game here. They will continue to move together as a death ball, going from lane to lane, trying to push down the turrets. They managed to take down 3 by the time the Baron started coming up. So pretty much the early to mid game here was just blue team all the way. All right. So this was the third push part of the game. This is the overextend right here by the Alistar, by the blue side. Alistar, I think this was the beginning of the reversal of the game. Synergy were flexing on the Arepa, but Arepa wasn't afraid. They took the fight to Synergy, and with some gold injection after these kills, Arepa said that was enough for us to get back into this game. We were slowly seeing the gold lead dwindling down on the side of Synergy, and that was the reversal after that. So this is a good fight right here. TF going in too early. TF is gonna die right here.
Yeah, and I also noticed Synergy Esports tried to go on the Baron when not all the teams were fully up to par. So I think that was a big mistake there. I think there was a sign of confidence on their part, because they really didn't expect Arepa to suddenly try to fight back that strong. The thing is that Wukong really did try his best though, because he saw that there was an opportunity here, but unfortunately his hits didn't quite land. But fortunately for Arepa though, that pretty much delayed Synergy's chances of taking that Baron without much resistance. Then this Drake fight, so important for Arepa, because taking that buff there, this is when finally Wukong really make a good comeback happen here for Arepa. So winning that Drake fight pretty much opened up the doors here. Arepa to just continue pushing through. They had the strength that was needed to melt down these towers, and given that all the was pretty much available here to really make this push, and 3 people from Synergy were out for the count, there was not much of a defense that Synergy could really put out here. Despite that, despite all odds, Arepa pulls out a rabbit from the hat and takes that win here to get themselves into the grand finals.
We didn't see it in that fight, but the last fight with the Drake, where everything went to Arepa's side, at the back lines, it was Alistair and Gragas going for the MF and the Janna. Janna ulted them away, and basically MF was alive, doing so much damage, and won the fight at the back lines, and that was basically the key for them winning that fight. So yeah, again, Janna MVP. She is the real MVP of that game. Good sustain right there.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that she didn't die at all when like the rest of the team were kind of struggling, just goes to show that they were really playing their tactics really right and making sure that they were not conceding too much ground, despite the fact that Synergy was kind of walking over them in the early game. But again, very well done here to Repa. I can't wait to see how this grand final is going to be turning out, because it's going to be a best of 3 between Arepa and Western G. And knowing how strong Western G is, it's certainly going to be a really interesting challenge here for Arepa to try to face off against. Nevertheless, we're going to be taking a short break here before we bring you the grand finals. My name is Victorkaxx. Joining me here is Leoric, and we'll be seeing you guys after the break, so don't go away.
See ya.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory. Welcome to Wild Rift.